so much different on ukulele than I get knocked down, but I get up again. Oh, gonna keep me down. No, I get knocked down, but I get up again. No, you're never gonna keep me down.
Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Chumbawamba.
Welcome to Brewcast episode, I think, 17 for the week of Friday the 13th, 2015. We have a full house again for the time being.
I'm breathing hard from that. Whew, that's a lot of work.
Kit was excited. We finally have Kit on for the new
Hey,
format.
Kit!
Woo, me.
That's the only person that's changed from last week. Well, we had Black Ops last week with his disappearing acts.
Which I'm going to be doing soon. Ooh.
Yeah, Kit's going to leave and screw up the whole format for us, so...
You are welcome.
Hashtag blame Kit.
Hashtag watch your video when it comes out. You'll see how I feel about this.
I haven't seen anything. I haven't done anything for the past 5 days of my life because Fallout 4 came out on Tuesday.
Nobody has a life.
And
Fallout
everybody
4
but Kit has played it.
Fallout 4 is life.
It is the best ever.
I'm dressed up for the occasion. I got my post-apocalyptic gear on. Helmet. Random belt.
yeah, that's the important part, the random belt.
Maleta.
Oh.
Very nice.
It's really hot, though. I got to up it back.
I like the bicycle helmet that's kind of spray painted gold.
Yeah,
that's great.
That's my real helmet.
Is that spray painted gold? I thought that was like a military helmet almost.
No, it's a bike helmet that's just spray painted.
Like that's great.
Did you have that when you lived in the big TO?
Yeah, that was my helmet. Kept my noggin safe. You know how it is.
It's important.
Hey, what corner am I in?
You are down there.
I'm down there.
You're below Rivet Head and next to Armor. And
Oh,
side
hey,
end's in the middle.
good.
Side end's
How's it
just
going?
Hello, Kit!
Is Kit that way?
here. Yeah, he's right next to you. You're punching him, or looking like you're about to punch.
Yeah. Suck on that.
This
Kit.
is why I love the new format. It's great. So yeah,
Where are you located to all of us?
I am here.
So if I reach up this way, then I should be. Oh, hey!
Am I lonely in the
How's
middle
your
again?
face? Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Oh, I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, I get my finger in your mouth.
Yeah, and side end's in the middle because he doesn't have a webcam, and I can't be bothered to edit any more than I already have.
Oh, I had to go through side end for that.
Yeah. You
My
reach
handle's
through the
sticking
logo and like, if you
It's
reach
all
like
pork smelling.
up more at an angle, because he's right between me and Rivet. So
Hold it. What? There's somebody between you and me, Chris?
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
Sorry. Side end.
Travesty.
It is. It's terrible.
Oh, I don't know if I like this.
Well, don't worry. Whenever Kit messes up the whole thing, it'll be back to normal.
But Kit's gonna mess it up.
Like I blame
Yeah,
Kit for everything.
I have to leave a little bit earlier than I expected because
Please.
the lady Kit is off sooner than expected.
This guy with his romance.
And she
Hey,
won't
Kit.
wait in the car to the.
I really hope you're not driving anywhere tonight.
Oh no, I'm not. I'll make sure she drives. Because don't drink and drive. That's today's lesson of the podcast.
Today's lesson is all about product placement.
Do not Mountain Dew and drive.
Good night, folks.
Man, do I sure love this Mountain Dew.
If I was going to drink, I would drink a Shiner Bock because it is the best.
It's
Boxed.
He's already drunk.
Yes.
Yay! Drunk.
Drunk Kit is best Kit.
Sorry, we've had like 2.5 hours of pre-game, so we're good.
And like 20 shots? I want to say.
We died so many times, and
Oh my
so
God.
many dicks were destroyed tonight.
Oh, warning words.
Chris, I'm apologizing, but not really.
You know what? There was like 3 or 4 weeks at the beginning where I was like, this is going to be a really nice show. And then it just went downhill from there. Especially
You
with the
are
new
welcome.
format, I'm starting to think that's not going to happen anymore. So.
Yeah, now that it's like I'm here and I'm not just my Minecraft character.
Yeah, so it's just kind of gone.
No.
Like, Sidon can kind of get rid of it 'cause
Shoot.
it's just
I
his
didn't
big man
log
face.
in the Minecraft. 1 second, let me log in.
Kit's just standing there in the old room like, where'd everybody go? Where'd everybody?
Did we build a new base?
Where'd it go, guys? It's gone. I still need to
The
find
new
something to do
podcast
with
room
the
has
old room.
multiple different backgrounds.
Yeah, the Minecraft characters have become HD. It's Minecraft 2.
0.0.
Oh,
I've got
oh
a
my
Minecraft
God.
pickaxe around here somewhere. I just need to find it. It's terrible that my organization is not even.
You couldn't even make your bed for the podcast.
Oh yeah, look at that. There's like pillows everywhere. There's like 4 or
Yeah,
5
it's like,
pillows. There's blankets everywhere.
It's like your own personal harem with you and you.
Oh yeah. Like this show is the most organized part of my life. if I move
If
this
you're
around-
lucky, you won't see a cat shitting the floor behind me.
Oh yeah, we gotta watch for Rivet's cat again.
It's not
Because
my cat.
We don't have Black Ops to entertain us with his leavings posters. And
What are
Kit
you
just has a
doing?
white wall.
Ta-da.
I think Kit was petting his imaginary cat.
I was trying to.
Hello,
Oh,
kitty.
Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come on.
Audio people love that.
What a train wreck.
Oh, there we go.
I laugh. Kit,
Oh, it's a
right?
real cat.
I was expecting
Thought
Kit
it
to
was
reach
some
down and pick up a
imaginary thing,
dog.
like, wow.
I actually have one. I have 2, thank you.
Where'd this come from?
Hey, you are a black cat, and
It's Friday the 13th. You're gonna kill the podcast.
It's your day.
Wait, is the podcast still alive?
Surprisingly, we made it 7.5 minutes.
We did it. We did it. I'm out.
Podcast over.
Kit's gone.
Did it.
We're telling him not to hang up because I don't want to screw up the setup. But he doesn't know that because he's drunk. And he's probably going to go pass out in the shower now. Kit's cat, please come on the podcast. You'd be way more entertaining.
I just realized that the podcast was longer than 7.5 minutes. My bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you, Kit. He can't hear us. Oh, there he is.
Oh,
I didn't realize he had earbuds in. He just sat down. Oh, so yeah, Fallout 4 is out.
It happened.
Yeah, I've logged 30 hours in it already.
I
no,
love
the weird thing is I discovered that it was coming out, and then like a week later it was out. Like that's how it went. It was like, oh hey, Fallout 4, that's really cool. Let's go get one of those little arm thingies, and then all of a sudden it's out, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I haven't saved $1 yet.
Have you guys seen the Pip-Boy?
I've seen a couple people with the Pip-Boy edition. It still looks pretty cool.
Just give me a minute.
Mm.
You guys
have
continue
one?
your conversation. Yeah, go ahead here.
It's
Oh,
pretty great.
So
It's pretty
you
great.
heard it here first, folks.
he
We have
he does
exclusive.
stuff, and
I have the app for it on my phone. I haven't tested it out yet.
What is the app?
I
do?
can't.
It's
use
supposed to
the
be a
app.
Pip-Boy version for the app. It's supposed to be an app for your phone that brings up the Pip-Boy. Like you can either put it in the Pip-Boy edition if you have that, or you can just use it as an app. Well, I'll pull it up on my phone
Right.
and show it. Oh, yeah, it's booting up. But yeah, I haven't tested it yet, and no anybody.
I
has.
actually haven't been able to do it because for some reason Windows 10 is a stupid piece of crap and won't let me connect to the Wi-Fi. So I'm stuck on Ethernet and it doesn't work through Ethernet, which
This
sucks.
thing is very loud. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it away from the microphone. This is just a demo mode because I don't have the game booted up, but that's just kind of what it looks like on my phone. And there's Rivet with the actual real thing. So
Yeah, cool.
I want
If I
it.
had had $200, I would have totally gone for it. But
It's not mine. I would love to say that I'm rich enough to actually afford one of these things, but no.
So Rivet, please tell us.
You stole it from your friend,
No, my roommate
like
has
a
it.
real pit boy.
Yeah.
Yes, I took it out of some poor bastard that died for it. No,
Yeah.
no. It was really
Science.
exceptionally cool box. Like when it was funny as hell because like at midnight I got the game on Steam, and then he got he got it from Amazon, so it came the next morning around 11 or 12. And he got the disc and everything. He's like, "Aha! I'm gonna play." So he installed the disc, and it was a Steam key, and he had to download the entire fucking game.
That's the way it is now. Because every game that I bought on disc for like the past 5 years has just been a Steam key with a disc, and the disc only has like a gigabyte on it.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I mean, I'd still do it for the Pip-Boy edition because that looks pretty cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And
If
it's
I
cool.
had that much money at the time, I scraped to get the actual game.
Oh wait, and there's lights on it too. Apparently.
I don't know what what Kit's doing anymore.
I
Let's just
am saluting you for
just
continuing the podcast because this is the moment.
I got lights on it. Sorry, I forgot to turn the lights on.
okay.
This is the moment that the Kit has to leave.
Kit's
That's-
going,
suck.
so we have to stop for a minute so I can completely reconfigure the entire
Suck.
thing.
Everybody
You are
boo
welcome.
Kit.
Let's boo Kit. We'll be right back, ladies and
Yeah, let's
gentlemen.
get-
We're back. Kit's
Hey.
gone, and we're back to the 4 people. Welcome to podcast part 2. We can
Over
talk
here.
about Fallout, because everybody here has played Fallout. Kit's not going to be lonely. We all know it's the real reason he left. He has to go become a prostitute to get money
He's
for
sad.
Fallout.
Hold it. He has to become a prostitute, or he already was one.
Yes,
We may never know.
all of the above.
Yep.
He
has
is
to get
pretty,
better.
but I don't think I pay for it.
Oh. So yeah,
Fallout.
yeah. Let's talk about Fallout 4, which is available now
Oh,
at a retailer near you. Yeah, like I said, I've put a god awful amount of time into the game already, and in my opinion, it's the best Fallout so far.
It's pretty great. My computer can barely run it, but it's still amazing.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. It's terribly optimized. I did the very long-winded text review of it. I posted it on Twitter, but it's like it's terribly optimized for a game that it's not that it doesn't look that great. It's just for the graphics. You think it would run a little easier.
So those big open world games, it's always kind of beastly, I think.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. That's not something. It's
hold on, wait,
yeah.
wait. But I don't have a beast of a system. I'm not having any problems with it.
I'm not having any problems. It's just that I'm running at 30 frames, and I mean it's struggling to stay at 30 frames. And I can run GTA 5 at 60 on high without.
I'm running 60 frames on my system right now.
What's your?
Just upgraded.
Well, didn't you get a 970?
No, I'm still running an ATI 270X.
Huh.
I'm running it at ultra
What
settings,
I have a 280X, and
and I'm running a quad-core AMD 4.1 processor.
man, I want to know what world you're
With
living
16
in.
gigs of RAM.
because 60?
60. I'm running 60 frames a
60.
second.
Oh, so
all
I thought
the
you said
time.
60 gigs of RAM.
16.
No,
I
16.
was about to say,
gigs of
well,
RAM.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, I've got, I'm running on my rig, I've got the 6-core AMD processor, ATX, or R9 280, 16
Right.
gigs, and I'm struggling at 30 with Ultra. I don't know.
No, I'm running a quad-core AMD.
I don't know. Maybe
with
it's just the
16
way I've
gigs,
configured it.
270.
But, I mean,
I just said the defaults, whatever it was. It
yeah, because that's
auto-detected and ran
yeah,
it.
that's the same thing I did. So set everything to auto, and I'm 30 frames per second. Sometimes it drops into the 15s, even lower.
I've had it, like, when I was doing the mission that I was outside of the plant,
Yeah.
it looked like a power plant.
The
but it
assembly
wasn't.
line?
Yeah, the whole
Yeah, the
assembly
assembly
plant
plant.
thing.
That thing dropped down to 15, 16
Yeah, I was
frames.
having issues in there. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but
I'll go back and
outside of
tweak
that-
I'll probably go back and tweak my settings. I'm fine with 30. I'd like to get 60, but I'll probably play with my settings. I've seen a lot of fixes for it on Reddit, but I just haven't really done anything yet. I don't know.
Yeah, the good thing about being a Bethesda game, you know they're gonna you put updates out, and you know
Yeah.
people are gonna mod it too. So.
Yeah, right now it's just kind of in that it just got started phase and nothing's really been done. But I mean, it's the smoothest Bethesda launch so far.
You know what, though? Honestly, like, regardless of any of the slowdowns or anything inside the game, it still runs phenomenally well.
Oh yeah, I mean it does. It runs really well. I mean, I don't like that I get just 30 frames. I'd like to get 60. Like I said, I'm gonna tweak it, but it runs very well. And it looks, in terms of Bethesda, it looks very good.
Oh, yeah.
Especially the new lighting system. I think the new lighting system is just fantastic. I think, kind of just getting off the graphics for a second, I think the game does immersion very well. I was really happy with that. You get that very wasteland feel.
Yeah.
As like
It feels like I'm in Boston, which is natural.
so I mean it's not much different in real life.
No, it's like I was there during the big dig, so yeah, it kind of feels like it anyway. So
Yeah, but I'm really enjoying Fallout 4 so far.
yeah.
Yeah, super cool. Super cool. Those ghouls, man. They freak
Oh
me
my
out
god,
every time.
the first time I saw one, I was like, oh, a ghoul. Oh god, a ghoul. And it's just like they jumped at you. I'm like, usually a ghoul is just like, oh god, I have to kill another. Oh Jesus Christ, they're everywhere and they're jumping and they're
Terrifying.
actually hard to kill.
It's
now.
hard. It's a lot harder than I expected.
Yeah, oh my god, it's fun. It makes a lot of the enemies have changed like that. and I really like it. Especially like the rad scorpions tunnel underground now and can pop up at different points around you.
Oh yeah.
Like, I didn't even think about that. And I was doing one mission where I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna run out of here, and I ran forward, and all of a sudden I heard like boom, and it was just right up in front of me.
The missions are great.
Oh yeah,
Like,
story wise too.
and okay, I've got a lot of flack for this because I'm playing it on my channel as a woman.
Oh no, of course.
But I'm not playing it just as a woman, but a guy trapped in a woman's body. So, like, I'm playing it as a joke for me. And the first episode went live, and I got like 5 private messages and emails from people pissed at me for doing this. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, it's like, really, I'm just playing a game and
People
being
take
funny
stuff
about
too
this.
seriously, man. Like I haven't seen it yet, but
I was called
funny.
sexist. I'm like, I literally, I got into the game. I was playing it. I knew what I was doing. I mean, I'm not an idiot. I knew I made a woman character class. And so the first cutscene when I was with my robot, I could see me as a woman. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Why am I a chick? And I was just joking with it and having fun playing this as a guy waking up inside the body of a woman.
Yeah.
Nothing bad. And my intention was that I was going to be the guy waking up in a woman's body and then realizing that I have a woman's body and knowing what men are going to be like, and I'm going to play that to my advantage.
That sounds cool.
That's my intention. But I got shit for it, left, right, and center.
People take stuff way too seriously. That's
So,
pretty
like,
much it.
I did the first episode, and I put that up, and I waited to hear what was going to happen. And then I got just bashed for it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to I stepped out of the game for a minute, and I was like, on my second episode, I'm like, this is what I'm doing. And it stopped, thankfully.
Yeah.
But the game reacts really weird for that because my friend's playing as a guy, and all the characters I interact with as women are women. Every time I go to a settlement, every time I have to deal with a person, they're all women.
That's weird.
For the most part.
I don't know. That's I don't really pay that much attention, but yeah, that's
Yeah. So as like I was watching him play, and he's doing the same mission I just did like 20 minutes ago, and he's dealing with a guy. I'm like, oh, you got to go talk to this girl, and he's like, no, this is where the icon is. And he went and he talked to a guy, and they had the exact same conversation, but it's from a guy. So guy to guy, girl to girl. But when I'm fighting,
interesting.
all the guys are like, you bitch, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. I'm like, wow. Like
Yeah, the Raiders are great now in this game because they seem a lot more uniform and a lot just they seem a lot more together.
But they have pissed me off more than anything because like I'm playing as a woman being called a bitch. And I'm like, you know what? That word now pisses me off.
Yeah, I really like the new Raiders because I mean, yeah, before it was just like they're a bunch of people and they yell at you, but now if you sneak around, you'll hear them having conversations and stuff.
I sat and listened to a conversation
I
of
do
Raiders
that
a couple
too.
days ago.
I'll just be walking through a house and they're like, okay, it's all clear. So I was thinking of going to Diamond City, and I'm like, oh, what are you gonna do? And I'll just like listen to these Raiders talk, and I'm like, oh,
Yesterday,
it's
yesterday I listened
bizarre.
to this conversation where they were like, there was this chick talking to a guy like around a fire, and she was like telling the story about how they pranked some guy and who was scared of fire, and like he kept interrupting her like, wow, you really did that? And she's like, shut up, you idiot, I'm telling a story.
so like the podcast.
Exactly.
Bitches.
Yeah, but that's something that's really cool now is you can kind of get invested in characters that aren't just part of the story. I think that's pretty neat.
So have you gotten into like the noir aspect of it yet? The detective thing?
Yes, I love that part.
As soon as I saw it, I'm like, Armor has to do a whole episode about this whole thing.
I think we can go ahead and probably say that we're gonna get a little spoilery on this episode.
Potentially.
Like I've probably I'm
You
assuming
guys.
since I'm 30 hours in, I've probably played farther than
No,
anyone
I-
here.
But I watched my friend. He's 50 level 57 or 8.
Holy shit! I'm at
Yeah,
26.
He is a fucking monster.
Yeah,
I'm not. He's still playing. Like
Oh, yeah,
yesterday
I mean-
morning, I went to work at 8:00 in the morning. I got up. He went and started playing Fallout 4. I went to work for 12 hours. I came home. He was playing Fallout 4.
It's
And
a
I'm like,
great game. Man.
yeah, it's just that engrossing. I got up this morning. I was playing, doing my old thing, and he's still playing, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, there's this whole film noir
Yeah,
aspect to it that
love
comes
that
up.
part. Like pretty much everything that happens in Diamond City was just fantastic.
But yeah,
I've just barely made it to Diamond City, but I can't
I
deal
haven't
with any
gone
of the
yet.
enemies around. I don't have.
Yeah.
I'm like level 11 or something.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't deal with it. It's really
yeah, I'm
cool.
level
it's-
12 going. I'm dying everywhere.
Yeah, there were a
Did you-
lot of moments early on. I feel like I rushed a little bit to get to Diamond City.
Did you see that robot thing near the hospital? I can't remember what he's called. He's like a Mr. Handy.
There are a lot of unique enemies in this game, is what I've noticed. Like there are times when you go talking about the raiders again. A lot of times when you go up to a raider, there's a raider boss with a unique name, and he's got unique drops and stuff.
Or legendary.
Yeah,
things.
Oh my god, legendary stuff. It's terrifying when you're just walking through the wasteland, and all of a sudden it's like you hear something, you turn around, there's a legendary Deathclaw behind you.
Okay.
I've still only seen the one Deathclaw, and I'm kind of happy about that
Oh my god, they get worse.
because
Trust
I
me.
don't go around with my power armor.
I hate
My
mods.
power armor died.
Power armor. Oh man, the game has so much new stuff that I love, and I think power armor, the way they do power armor, is probably one of my favorite.
Okay,
Yeah.
the entire game though, like anything you get is gimped.
Yeah.
Everything is a piece of shit until you actually modify it.
Yeah, it kind of makes you have to work to get
You
your
have
stuff,
to
which is
work. You
what I
have to.
like. It's not just handing you. I mean, yeah, you get really good guns, but you can upgrade them. You can do all this stuff.
No. You don't get good guns. You get mediocre guns.
I've gotten some pretty good guns.
They're cool, but they still suck against the big bosses and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I mean-
everything I've had, like, I'm like, I got an Uber thing. This is good. And I go against a boss. Like, I got a gun that had a thing against, like, 50% extra against ghouls. Great. I'm going against
yeah.
ghouls, and I pull it up, and I'm like, I'm still doing crap.
Yeah,
Until I
but yeah,
modified it, and then it actually did better.
yeah, I found myself modifying almost all my guns.
You have
modifying my guns and my armor. I think the whole weapon and armor modification system is probably the best thing they've done for Fallout
Yeah.
because it adds so much more to the game.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
but
it's
they
not-
they screwed up on though. They absolutely messed up on is the building aspect.
The building aspect,
Sucks.
I'm kind of impartial to it. I won't do it unless I have to. Like I built up the first settlement you get, and I did a lot of cool stuff, and I was like, this could be a lot better. There are a lot of things wrong with this.
Have you
And
played Stranded Deep?
Stranded Deep? No.
It's the exact same format. It's like wall, and you move it until it gets green. Then
Yeah.
you
It
play
Kind of reminded me of Unturned a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Plants.
Yeah, it's
especially,
very
was
much so.
exactly
yeah, that's
the same.
pretty much.
There's like
They
honestly,
basically, I feel like
they
put
should
that in
have
there.
taken the camera and changed it so that when you're doing a building mode, you should have a camera that you could actually move around.
Yeah, like
and you have more
they
control
had
over
that
what
was
you're doing.
That was how they did
Yeah.
Halo Forge mode. You had the independent camera, and you can get up, and you can fly around, and you can place blocks, and
Yeah.
you spawn them, and do stuff like that.
By
that would've been a
making
good
us
idea.
stay inside our head and build.
Yeah, it's kind of a
That's
pain.
crap.
Like, yeah, it's immersive.
It's,
and all,
it's an
but-
absolute. It takes me personally out of the game.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain because it's like I built a house, and especially doing the roofs, it was just such a pain.
It's garbage.
Yeah,
it either has to be fixed in a patch or modded because
I think-
I don't know what kind of beta testing they did for this because they need to bring some Minecrafters or somebody that has actually played a game that does building in it because this is garbage.
I think it works, but it could be way better. It could
It
be.
works
It's at
on
the
a base
very
level.
it's at the very bottom. I think
Yeah.
with patches and mods, and that's what I'm looking forward to most is mods when they officially release the mod kit later this year. That game is going to be so great because there were so many points walking through that game where I thought this could make a really good mod.
Oh yeah.
And I look forward to the mod kit coming out. I look forward to doing my second playthrough when that comes
Do
out.
they have a date for releasing that yet
I
or no?
think I heard January. I know some people are already tinkering with it, but when the official kit gets released, it's really going to take off. And I cannot wait for that. So
And Armor's just sitting there looking perplexed
yes, please perplex us.
Silence.
and nodding.
I can't hear anybody.
No
What's
words.
going on, Armor?
No words, Armor. Oh, please don't tell me my internet's crashing.
I can't hear.
Oh no. Hey, technical difficulties. We'll be
Call.
right back. Hush. Podcast back. Again.
Hi.
I don't remember. We were arguing about the building system.
Stop.
I'm not a bit. I kind of like the building system. I definitely think it needs some work.
Yeah.
But
But
I
mean,
like I like how it is so far. Like I spent a good 3 or 4 hours on just building at the Red Rocket gas station,
yeah.
and I just like went around scrapping everything and just kind of. It was
Okay.
a lot of fun.
I think
Does anybody else feel like there's not a lot of help in the game?
there's a lot of.
Yeah.
I feel like because both of the last Fallout games had a tutorial level in air quotes. This one was just like Wasteland, have fun, go
Yeah.
kill
You
a
know
death
what
claw.
sucks?
10 minutes into the
Okay,
game.
there was a mission I had to do, and I'm not going to make any spoilers here, but when I was done everything, I had to actually power up something.
Yeah, I know
And
what you're
the
talking about.
tutorial aspect of that was garbage because
I
was like,
I know
this is
exactly what
crap.
you're talking about. I think I spent 20 minutes and reloaded the game like 4 times.
I
Yeah, I
was
did that
almost
today
an
as well.
hour.
It
Almost an
was-
hour of fucking around with this stupid game.
Yeah, there are
Doing
a
Took me
something that
about
had
45
no-
seconds to figure it out. You gotta look for the switch.
Well, yeah, I think the
No, a different
tutorial-
one. Armor.
I think I know what
Okay.
Rivet's talking about. And the game. A lot of aspects could have used a tutorial. I've played enough Fallout to know how most stuff works, but when I got to the building thing, I was just like, okay, how does this work? I'm placing walls. That wall is backwards. I just destroyed a house. What's going on?
Yeah, there's a lot of really weird, wonky stuff that they expect people to understand natively.
Yeah, it's
And I'm like, no. Like, there's a lot of people that are getting into Fallout now.
yeah, this
because
is the
of the
first.
hype.
This is the first Fallout game many people I know have got.
Yeah.
And it's like this isn't something that's been around before outside of modding.
Well, you know about the article about like the record that they broke for Steam.
Mm-hmm.
The most
Yeah,
concurrent
we're
players.
talking about going to talk about that. It's now holds the record for most concurrent players on Steam. So
Ever.
it's massive. This game is massive. We're talking
Yeah.
against like Dota 2, which is millions of people online playing it.
I think GTA 5 was the record that it broke, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Oh,
But-
yeah. I mean,
But the thing is now the wiki and everything else is being inundated with people like updating it all the time because people are asking a multitude of questions.
yeah, that's
And this is something that the company has, like Bethesda, has missed drastically. Is like, I don't want my hand being held, but you know what I'd like is some assistance every now and
Yeah,
again.
I mean, even with
because
the
it's a brand new
power
mechanic
armor,
built
I had-
into the game. If
Yeah.
you're going to make things change, make it so that I understand how it's going to work.
yeah.
And there's nothing. It's like, oh, you're in a wasteland. You got to learn how to survive. Well, you know what? I know how to pick up a freaking hammer in real life and build something. I don't know how to click my mouse and put this together. And I don't understand how I need 10 power to do something and that this generator is only going to give me 3. I don't know how to put a wire to it. Why do I spend 35 minutes of my life trying to figure out how to attach a wire from a generator to something I'm trying to power?
Just click space, by the way, for anyone who still hasn't figured that out.
Exactly, but you have to back out of your building mode
Yeah.
and
No,
then
you
go back
don't.
and
It's
look
right
at
in
it.
there. It's right
No,
in
if
there.
you're
It
still
says at the bottom
building-
of the screen.
If you're still building, no.
The building
You have to back
mode
out
is
one.
very.
I'm pretty sure it was
Oh,
in
okay.
there.
I
Yeah,
think it's
it
in
says
there. I
space
think
at the bottom.
I know what you're
Attach.
talking about. I think it's just the building mode needs a lot of improvement, and I hope
It does.
Bethesda fixes it or the modders do. I don't use it enough to really care. Like I built up my first civilization. I was like, okay, that's all I'm gonna do. Like I went around doing stuff for the Minutemen, which is essentially building more civilizations. That's not a huge spoiler for the game, but
Oh, the Minutemen's the entire beginning of the game.
yeah,
That's it.
but I mean, I screwed around with them for a couple hours, and I was like, okay, have a civilization, have a turret, bye, I'm gone now. But I if once it's fixed either by Bethesda or the modders, I'll probably like it a lot more. But as its current standing, I think this is probably the extent I'm going to use it. So
The other thing I think they need to make it a slight modification to is that if you're going to take a mission on, it should give you a heads up that you might want to be level X before you try to attempt that.
or, like a lot of times
Because-
I can sneak by if I have a million stim packs, but there's been a couple times where it's just like, why am I here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I went and followed a mission. Like, I did the Diamond City early on,
Yeah.
and I'm like, why was I told this now?
Yeah.
There's no reason for me to go to Diamond City. It should have been, you know what? Maybe you get to level 17 or 20 before you even think of attempting Diamond City.
Yeah, I think I went
it's-
there pretty low level, and it was a struggle because it's like I'd
It's
pretty
a
much
big struggle.
I'd go out, do things, and I'd come back and I'd buy all the stim packs, I'd buy all the ammo. I'm level 26, and I think this is the first time I've had a stable supply of ammunition where I haven't had to go scrounging around in the middle of a battle or just stabbing people with whatever random melee weapon I can find. That was a big problem I had for a while, was trying to at least just find a gun that'll shoot.
And you know what's really wild is, as much as I like to bitch about what's happening in the game, I want to play it all the freaking
Yeah,
time.
it's
I
trust
want to
me,
stop
th-
talking
as
to you guys
much-
and get out of this podcast and go play
As
Fallout
much
4.
as we're complaining about this game, this is my game of the year, hands down.
Yes.
This is
Yeah.
probably the best game I've played in a while. I've played a lot of games and new games this last like 6 months. Fallout 4 has knocked every single one of those games down. It's great.
Why aren't people like us being beta testers?
Yeah, that's it.
Like,
Brew.
let the guys that actually are going to be critical but positive come
Yeah,
in and beta
and
test your freaking game.
the same-
And Bethesda, if you want to do the next game, you want people to
Yeah,
test
what-
it right
right here.
here.
Bruce,
There's
we'll
4
do it.
guys right here that will
Yeah.
do this hands down. Don't even have
Yeah,
to give me the
they're
free game. I
totally
will still
watching this
pay you for it
podcast.
in advance.
Todd Howard, we know you're watching.
Yeah,
No, but honestly,
Yeah,
like it's
mean-
the beta testers are this like I don't know who beta tested this, the build aspect, because there is no reason that should have passed
Yeah.
the beta, none at all,
No.
and there's no reason that the tutorial aspect should have been scrapped.
Yeah, I mean,
Like there's a
yeah,
lot
I
of
mean,
stuff
it's not
that's
like
been
it's
lacking
gonna,
in this game.
It's not
It's a
like
brilliant
a
game.
tutorial mission is going to put you over on time in the game. I'm 30 hours in, and I still feel like I'm going to be playing this for another 30 hours before I come close to finishing.
I'm gonna play it once I finish it again.
Well, it's like every time I get bored, I'm like, okay, the game's slowing down. I find something new, and they're like, have 50 quests and go out and do all this stuff. And it's like, okay, I'm fine with that. I mean, it's crazy how much stuff there is to do in this game.
It's amazing.
And yeah, at first I was like, wow, there aren't very many civilizations out here, and now they're everywhere, and there's so much stuff to do, and I keep running into people, and they're giving me stuff to do. It's crazy.
But I would love a co-op aspect in this game.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
they could
yeah.
have done co-op very well, especially
Co-op-
with the whole.
I don't think like a massive thing, but a co-op, like 2 people, maybe 4.
It'll probably be modded.
Amazing. Well, I hope they mod it.
Because I know they did something like that with Skyrim, but I don't think it really took off. But I think with Fallout 4 they could really. do it.
Well, the only version of that worked was recently, and that's like 5 years later. So.
Yeah, but I really look forward to seeing what the community's going to do with this crazy game. The character creator alone has given me hours of entertainment on the internet. People have created every single person in history.
I found my character today in the game. I had to shoot myself. I'm like, what? You made me? Thank you. It was great, and I
man.
shot her dead, and it felt really good.
Yeah, but this game definitely regarding like just the characters alone and the way they look is good, because in the past 2 games, since they were based on the same engine, it was pretty much just the same person with different hairstyles. But
Yep.
every single person I've run into looks different. The voice acting is much better over Bethesda games.
The voice acting is amazing.
There's only one character I recognize the voice of, and that's because it's Garrus from Mass Effect. That's the only character I've recognized the voice of multiple times. Other than that, I have not recognized the voice twice. And the voice
The
acting
lip
is-
syncing is the only thing that I have really issues with.
Yeah, the lip syncing is very sketchy.
It's like watching an anime from Japan
Yeah, the
with the English dub.
Yeah, I said that in the review I talked about earlier.
Yeah.
It's like somebody can be having an emotional breakdown and they're just talking like this, like, "Oh my God, everyone's dying. How is this? What's going on? Oh my."
No,
it's
it doesn't
just
even
like-
lip sync. It's like, I hate you.
Yeah, and I love
What
that.
the hell
when
are you
The
doing?
lips will go out. The lips will say they'll
Yeah,
move,
it's
and then
way-
all of a sudden they'll start talking. Or especially, it's even greater when you'll be talking to someone, and then there'll be like a 10-second pause where the camera just switches between you and the person you're talking to, just staring at each other.
I do
It's
And
love
hilarious.
that.
I've noticed
Just-
several times, even like I have subtitles on, and sometimes the subtitles will just freeze at a certain point in the dialogue,
Yeah,
even as it goes through the dialogue.
yeah. It's
You know,
it's
I
a little
do
bit
love
weird.
the fact though that you don't have to actually stay for the conversations.
Yeah,
this is actually
You
the
actually
first.
look around.
This is I like that.
This wall's pretty. I'm gonna look at that while you talk to me because I really don't want to pay any attention to you.
I think
It's just like this podcast.
something. Yeah. It's, oh, look over there. But yeah, I think regarding conversations, I think the voice acted protagonist is done pretty well too. I know that's something a lot of people are very skeptical about, but I think it was done very well. I think it adds a lot of immersion to the game.
She's phenomenal.
Yeah,
I'm playing as the female protagonist, and she's great.
yeah, I was thinking, like, when I went into it, I was just like, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm really heavy into the role play aspect of the game, and 10 minutes in, I was like, this is great. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'd be kind of disappointed if they scrapped this.
Have you also noticed that, like, if you're just kind of skipping through a conversation, like, your character will sometimes go, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I love the sarcastic remarks too. I am just one sarcastic guy going through that game. It's great.
I'm Canadian. Sarcasm is our second nature. Right, Armor?
He's skipping through this conversation right now.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, but it's great.
I'm watching a documentary about maple syrup, Armor says.
No, I'm not.
He's thinking about it, though. He's thinking, man, that'd be great. Look at this guy.
What?
Oh,
You're playing Fallout, aren't you?
No.
he's thinking.
You should be.
Everybody should. If you haven't bought this game, go out and do it right now. CD Keys. It's cheap.
It's
not cheap, but
not
it's
anymore now. It's like $49.
Oh man,
So-
I'm so glad I got it when it's like 42.
Yeah.
It is $49.90 on CD Keys, but you should still buy it because it's worth every single penny.
Yeah.
Because it is one of the best
Even at
games.
the regular retail price.
Yeah, even at the regular retail price, it's fantastic, and I can't wait for the DLC to come out for it. That's gonna be exciting.
This is actually the first time I actually want to buy a season's pass.
Yeah, I haven't bought it yet. I probably will though, because I
It's
like.
$25.
Yeah, I'll have to get it because I'm really excited to play more of this game in any way I can get it, and I'm gonna keep playing it because I love it. But yeah, buy Fallout 4. That's all I can say.
Yeah, the best game I've played. I'm a huge fan of like Mad Max. Like that game is amazing to me, but the immersion in this is so much different. But I'm so happy that I played Mad Max because it got me ready for this.
Yeah, I feel like the immersion aspect I complained a lot between Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas that Fallout 3 felt more wasteland and New Vegas felt more civilization like. I think Fallout 4 puts both of those together really well because when I'm walking around the cities, it's like, yeah, this is really cool. These are people and they have lives and they're doing stuff, and you walk out into the wasteland and it's like, I have to be careful walking around here because I might die.
And you know what? I actually met a masshole. It was great. Like actually, it's a real thing. I'm not. It's not a joke.
Yeah,
you know?
I know what you're talking about.
But there's people that like the Bostonians that are assholes. They're massholes.
Yeah.
And there's guys there that are just like the people that I know that are massholes.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like they captured it perfectly. Especially the one guy that tried to sell me the credit card. And you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
I hated him, and
That's
I wanted to
great.
kill him.
That's
if I had a
great.
chance to shoot him in the head, I would have.
Oh man, but yeah, I think I'm just kind of skipping around random parts of the game as I think of them. I think one thing I've seen for some reason, I don't know why people have complained about this, but the gunplay is greatly improved over every.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, it's such an FPS now, and I'm like, I don't care. It works. It works so well in this game. I'm actually enjoying fighting now because of it.
It's a little off in the aim, though.
Yeah, the aim is a little weird, but other than that, I feel like, especially with the new hit indicators and the spread and all that, it's like I get a lot more involved than just, I don't know if I'm hitting this guy, but I'm going to shoot at him anyway. Yeah, and I feel like every time I have to go in and raid a base, I'm going in like Far Cry style in the distance with a sniper rifle and then sneaking up, and it works a lot better. And
The VAT feels the same.
yeah, I like VATS now that they've slowed it down instead of completely stopping everything.
Yep.
Because it does add a bit of a, okay, I need to think about what's going on moment, but
And
it
you can
still
actually
works.
pause and wait for the head to move to the right spot.
Yeah.
Ah.
So I've had a couple moments where it's like, okay, there's a ghoul coming up on me, Q, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, I'm still taking damage. So,
What else has been a good progression on
everything.
that?
Yeah, I only played like 2.5 hours into Fallout 3 recently, so I don't have much experience with the other games.
it's not
but-
as good as Fallout 4.
Yeah,
Just play Fallout 4.
I've like even in the first 2 hours, like I live streamed my first 2 hours of it,
Yeah.
and in my first 2 hours of Fallout 3, and I definitely enjoyed this one so much better.
Yeah, Fallout 3, I enjoyed Fallout 3. I like New Vegas a lot better, and I like Fallout a lot better than New Vegas. And I like them all for different reasons. But Fallout 4 overall is the best game just because it nails every single aspect that I liked about Fallout. It's got great lore, it's got great immersion, all the characters are great. And really, I mean, this is the first Fallout game that I've really liked all the characters, and there have been characters where I'm like, hey, that guy, he's cool. So,
yeah, it's fun though. It's like I've been playing Wasteland as well recently.
mm-hmm. That's actually made by the people that made the first several Fallout games. For those who
The
were
first
not-
two.
Yeah.
And I played the first Fallout, the first two.
Yeah, I
and
played them.
loved those games.
Yeah, they were.
And when they made the transition to the first person shooter aspect of it, I didn't hate it. Like I enjoyed it,
yeah.
but I missed a certain aspect of it, and I
Yeah.
enjoy playing Wasteland 2 right now because of that fact. Because I got to go back and play a revamped version of a game that I adored,
Yeah.
and it's amazing. But yeah, I've been like, that's my own personal little thing I've been playing on the side, going, I got a game I'm playing, and it's Wasteland 2, and I'm like, oh, it's so much fun.
Yeah, I played the original two Fallouts, and I enjoyed them. I didn't really care for the RTS aspect. That might be because I went back after playing New Vegas and 3, and I wasn't playing them at the time they came out, and they were huge, and I admire them. They're great games. But yeah, I mean, really good. I want to play Wasteland 2. I've heard a lot of good stuff about it.
It's phenomenal. But the thing, like, honestly, like what Fallout did initially, and I'm talking as an old school gamer, like back in the day when it first came out, was that the installation, like when you install the game, it took like almost an hour.
Mm-hmm.
You're installing from CD, and you had like 2 or 4x CDs, or
yeah.
Not even a DVD-ROM. You had CD-ROMs back then. It was like, and they had like this whole like radio aspect going on in the background, and it was like they immersed you in the installation that you actually were part of the mythology of Fallout before you even started playing the game. And it's something I think that we are actually missing these days.
Yeah, Fallout. And Fallout 4 brought that back. I feel like Fallout 4 did very good on the side of just like making an atmosphere around the game.
Mm-hmm. I've actually stopped pressing like any key to actually watch those little videos at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, I love those. I watched them all as they came out originally, leading up to the game. But it's fun that they add stuff like that to the game instead of just Bethesda, da da da.
Yeah.
Yeah, small stuff like that makes it really enjoyable and exciting. So.
And Chris, you and I have monopolized this entire conversation because Sedan and Armor.
Game. Everybody should go play Fallout 4 now.
Is it Sedan or Sidon?
Sidon.
We don't know how to pronounce
Sidon.
anybody's name here.
Satan.
Kaffers, Kaffers.
Yeah, Satan.
Satan.
That actually off topic now. That actually happened once when I was in high school. No, you stupid monkey! Why are you following me? I'm playing Ark right now, by the way. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the podcast.
So I was playing that old, how every high school had a hacked version of Halo 1 going around.
Oh, yeah.
So I was playing that in one of the computer labs, and nobody knew that I was playing it. Like, because I was on a computer against the wall, so nobody could see me. So I joined the game as Sidon, and somebody was like, "Who's Satan?" Because I was doing pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, "Who the heck is Satan?" So I ended up changing my name to Satan on there.
That's great.
Satan.
Man, I still have that Fallout Halo 1 PC. I should boot that onto my laptop and see if I can boot my college
It's
play.
such a good game.
It is. I really loved Halo 1. Wow, we're moving off topic quickly. But yeah, Halo.
Not really.
I have it right here, actually.
Phenomenal games. Like, how is that off topic?
It's a great game, and I love it. And I should actually go back and play that game, because I haven't played it in a long time.
Has anyone tried Halo 5 yet?
No. I think... No. I thought somebody in the chat said they did, but I think Apophie might have played a little bit of it. But... I kind of... Halo 4...
Well, we're all PC gamers, so...
Yeah,
it's
that's
not...
my big thing. I would love to have Halo on PC. And I really enjoyed the whole Halo franchise. But Halo
Really
4,
like
the
the,
multiplayer kind of got me off
Really
on
like
that
the
one.
advertisement with Muse, that Muse
Oh, yeah.
song.
Yeah.
Such a great tune.
Yeah, the Halo
It
5
is.
advertisement was really good. They did a knockout job. Because I know they had like a giant mural in London, I think, and they had the radio show that went on for a while that I still need to listen to.
I haven't played it. I have not played Halo in quite some time.
I haven't played since 4, which wasn't that long ago, but
3 for me. I gave
Yeah,
up.
Halo 3 was a great game. I played a godly amount of time of Reach, but
Actually, Halo 2 pissed me off so much that I didn't want to play Halo 3.
oh man, yeah, I had some.
I remember that day.
I've had some great times in Halo 2, doing LAN stuff with people.
And I'm going to bring it back to Fallout 4.
Mm-hmm.
Is there's a part of me that's very happy that there is not a multiplayer aspect of this game because of that fact of that I hate multiplayer games for the bullshit that happens in them.
I hate I hate like online multiplayer for like shooters and stuff. I love playing co-op with friends because
Co-op is great.
That is
I have
the
no
only
issues with
reason.
co-op.
That is the only reason I like Fable 3 is because I co-op the entire game in an afternoon with a friend of mine, and I almost died laughing so many times from stupid stuff we did in that game, and it makes me wish so much that I had a capture card for that because it was such a great playthrough. But co-op can really
is
make
great.
co-op can really make a game.
But I don't think I think that Fallout 4 and co-op is like hand in hand would work.
Yeah, I think it would work really well.
Yeah, and you know, I understand why they're not putting it in it because like if you get into it too early and try to take on some of the missions, it'd be like the balancing would be a nightmare.
Yeah, because that game is very well balanced, so it'd be kind of a pain.
The balance is still skewed against you.
Yeah, but I kind of like that almost because it does show
always a
it's like
challenge.
you just walked out of a vault from, spoiler alert, 200 years being frozen in a vault. You're gonna be kind of like, what's going on? There's gonna be a bit of a learning curve.
You know what? That made me happy.
Yeah,
For the first time that I was actually I
Yeah.
made my character before.
that
and I
was
got to
really
see a
cool.
little
That
bit
was
of
that was really cool because I've watched all the trailers where it's showing the first like 10 minutes of the game, but still, as I was walking through, I was getting goosebumps. Like, holy, this is actually going down. This is something that's talked about so much during the games, and you can actually witness it.
And hearing Ron Perlman once again.
Oh my god, the intro trailer was great, and the intro cutscene where it's like all the cool stuff happening. I missed Ron Perlman in there, but when he was the news anchor for that, I was just like, ooh, he's here.
He's been in I think he's been in every single Fallout
Yeah,
game.
he
hasn't
usually does The War Never Changes.
Yeah.
This time it was the the male protagonist in the game, which I didn't mind. It did a really good job of drawing you in, but.
Actually, I thought he did the voiceover for the newscaster.
Yeah, he did. I'm saying when you're watching that intro cutscene where it's soldiers running and science happening.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
like, my grandfather was in the war and yada yada yada. Yeah, and
See, I didn't recognize that until you said that.
Yeah.
And now, like for me, the first time I heard his voice was actually as a newscaster.
yeah, that was the newscaster. The first time you did hear it was the newscaster, but the protagonist did the intro, and then Ron Perlman was the newscaster.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. And I think but that whole first 10 minutes of the game, it just draws you in so much.
Yeah.
And it's like this, even though I've seen this 10 times in the trailers, it's still like, wow, this is very
But
cool.
is this the first time we've actually learned anything like why the war started?
I think it's been talked about. This is the first time it's actually
It's alluded to, but
it's the first
actually
time-
like the
I've spent immense amounts of time that I probably should not admit to having on the wikis and reading the lore and all that. There's a lot of information about it, and I think most of it's just pulled from like terminals and stuff.
right.
And I think there's a couple points probably throughout the games that are mentioned. This is the first time it actually shows the Great War happening in the game.
What I liked about the aspect of like leading up to the war was the mass amount of consumption leading towards that, and then the rebellion against that, and which actually alludes to what we're actually dealing with right now in our own society.
Yeah, that was really neat because
it pulled me in even harder because
Yeah.
of the fact like what we're dealing with right now.
Yeah, it was really,
I'm like,
really neat. I
ooh.
think this is just starting it off lore-wise, this has been the best game because usually it's just like people kill each other a lot and the world ended. Welcome to the vault. And
Yeah,
this one, it
it's
was
now-
like, this is why the war happened. This is why people are killing each other. Now go watch the world get destroyed after your hour and a half in the creation menu. So
Now, is each one of these games in different time frames in the lore?
I think yeah. 1 was the earliest. 2 happened after 1. 3, I think it happened around the same time as 2. New Vegas happened after 3, and 4. I think 4 is set about 10 years after 3.
Okay.
if I remember correctly. Yeah,
So I haven't
because
checked into that myself, but I was curious about that.
I'm trying. This is just kind of remembering it. But yeah, and there's some stuff with the Brotherhood because you're heavily involved with the Brotherhood in Fallout 3. Spoiler alert. But yeah, when
spoiler alert in a game that's 5 years old.
yeah, it's older than that. It's 2008.
Well, it's a spoiler
Really?
for me.
Yeah, me too.
Everybody dies. No. But yeah, there's a lot. Like you're very heavy into that, and then if you haven't watched any of the trailers, spoiler alert: the Brotherhood of Steel is in Fallout 4, and it's talking about the DC chapter, and it's like stuff and things, and it's talking about what happened during that. So kind of after what happened after you.
It's
leave.
kind of funny. I had a conversation yesterday with someone about the chance there being a utopia, like a place that's not affected by the radiation or the war.
Well, that's kind of like what New Vegas was, really.
And, well, there was talk about that, and I looked it up, and it's Irvine, California, which is where the original developer and there's two companies that were actually involved that are based at Irvine. So they were the one area that was actually like a bastion of like peace, and there was no war or anything in there.
Yeah,
It was like hidden behind walls. It was like, wow, it's kind of cool.
Huh.
Like they actually made like where they built the game is part of the safe zone.
Well, I
where
know
it's
that was a big thing about Fallout New Vegas was that Robert House built New Vegas to last after the war. He put like missile defense systems to destroy the bombs and before they destroyed Vegas, because that was his whole thing with the self-preservation and save Vegas and all that. So I'd have thought that. Really, New Vegas, looking at the lore-wise, New Vegas was a very good game for that because it's really interesting to think like Robert House put this much work, and Robert House is a very affluent character throughout the series.
I would love if they actually fixed New Vegas to work in Windows 10 and Windows 8.
I don't know what these people talk about with the older games not working because
It's Windows or it's
I have no problems.
Fallout 3 that doesn't work for me.
Played that game.
I can't
for
get either one of them to work.
30 hours and did crash 3 times.
The only way I've been able to play Fallout 3 is I installed the Tale of Two Wastelands mod with New Vegas.
Yeah, that's pretty cool too. I played through a while ago with that. That was fun. So yeah, Fallout, play them all. It's very fun. Good lore.
Ugh.
I don't know how far we are into this. I'm just gonna keep going until I deem it necessary.
Oops, sorry.
Look at
My
Rivet
tech is yelling at us.
with his loud Pip-Boy noises.
Yeah. Well, actually, I had the. Oh, have you guys tried that yet?
The
The
Pip-Boy? No, I haven't. I just thought about it when we started doing this. I think.
Okay,
I might
so I
go
did it
play later.
today.
Mhm.
I have an Android tablet. I've got it set up
Oh,
right
my.
here, right next to me.
Oh, please regale
And I
us.
did the Pip-Boy app, and I synced it up. Oh my dear God! I'm getting actually like I want to have my tablet right next to me and
Yeah.
on a controller thing, so I can actually just reach over and work it because it works flawlessly.
I know it's available on Windows devices. I may have to pick it, see if I can get it on my Windows tablet. But yeah, I haven't tested it.
I got a
on-
Windows phone. I don't have it on there.
Yeah, I haven't had a Windows phone in years, but yeah, I've got the app and I haven't tested it yet. I think we were talking about it earlier, but I think now that I actually am thinking about it, I think I'll test it out when I go back to play as soon as this podcast is over.
Yeah, I've seen it on iOS and on Android, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah, but it looks really cool, and stuff like that is just really cool.
But how it works in the game is perfect.
yeah, how does it
Because
work?
it's the Pip-Boy. The entire thing you pull up when you hit
Oh,
tab
yeah.
is available there.
So you,
Everything.
does it actually take you out of the game when you're switching stuff on your phone?
No.
Oh.
No. You can actually hit like fast travel, and it takes you there.
That's neat.
And you can actually have the map up the entire time, and you can look over and look at the map, and it's there.
Wow. Yeah.
You can actually you get a new gear, you can attach it and work with it right then and there.
Yeah,
Like it's phenomenal. It's
wasn't
like
sure how
having the
that would
Pip-Boy
work.
there. It's flawless.
Have you tried it
it's-
in the Pip-Boy yet, though? Because that's something you're supposed to be able to do.
Yes. Well, why would I use a little like? Okay, here. This is the size of the screen, and this is my tablet. Why?
Immersion, man. Come on.
No. What I want to do is to put this attached to my microphone stand right next to me,
Yeah.
so I can actually talk and do everything while I'm here as a YouTuber or as a
Yeah.
gamer.
I guess that
I
works.
want to have
yeah.
it next to me. Like the Pip-Boy thing, like my arm is going to be playing the video game. Why would I want to look over at my arm? But when I can actually,
I was just wondering how that works. I know you're supposed to be able to work it with the actual Pip-Boy.
what it does is it gives you some inserts. You could actually put an iPhone or an Android phone in there.
Yeah.
And there's foam inserts so you can actually hold it, and it like where this like fake screen is where your phone would be.
All right, I
So
see.
you'd still have to have it on your arm. Like you'd have to have it set up.
Yeah, that's a lot different than how I actually. Well, there goes that $120 piece of technology.
But it would just be, it's counterproductive for what you want to do.
Yeah, I think it's cool for just like a collector's thing or cosplay stuff.
It is.
But other than that, that sounds like it would just be a little bit of a hindrance. But yeah, I'm definitely have to check
So
out the
double
whole
check
phone
that.
thing. Oh, everybody's leaving. Oh god.
I'm not leaving.
I'm here.
I
Just
see.
on.
Hi.
How do you feel about Fallout 4?
Yes.
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 You're one of the people who've been. These are basically all the people who've been talking about this game in chat all week.
Yeah.
And there are people who do not. Oh man, there are people that do not believe the ways.
Oh my gosh.
This game is great though. Seriously, if there are
is.
people out there who still haven't played
I'm running away.
it, bye Rivet. Everybody's got me side on. Oh man.
We can have an intimate talk.
Oh, hello there. Hello, you. Oh, it's Armor time. Hello. Welcome, Armor time.
Yo, what?
It's just me and Sidon. You walked in on us having a podcast.
Was it like pee break time?
No, we're still going, but Rivet got up to go probably apologize to his roommate for breaking his Pip-Boy because he just threw it on the ground.
Oh God.
But yeah, we're talking about the Pip-Boy and the Fallout 4 because it's basically all we're doing this podcast.
No way, you finally got to that topic, eh?
Yeah, but yeah, we've been talking about using the Pip-Boy phone thing. Have you had any experiences?
Cool. No, I have not. I didn't even know it existed until the beginning of this podcast.
Yeah, it's called. I think it's just called Fallout Pip-Boy. Look it up on whatever app store you use. And I haven't tested it yet, but Rivet said it's cool. So
Cool.
if you believe in the ways of Rivet,
Nah.
if I can figure out how to get my friggin' Windows 10 to connect to the Wi-Fi, then yeah, I'll totally do it.
oh man, I don't know why. All these people with their issues with this operating system, and it's just been smooth sailing on 3 devices for me.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
But I just don't know why I can't use the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I have Wi-Fi.
That's really the first problem I've had with it so far, I think.
What did I miss?
We're complaining about Windows 10 and Fallout 4. So basically,
I haven't had a
nothing.
problem yet.
Yeah, Windows 10's great.
Well,
All bow toward
my
Windows.
problem is with the Wi-Fi.
I have Wi-Fi. I'm using.
Well,
Like,
because I've been using Ethernet this whole time since we built the PC,
Right.
and because the Wi-Fi at my university sucks, but for some reason, I'm just straight up not able to connect to the Wi-Fi anymore.
That's weird. I'm just on a wireless connection to my Windows 10 PC. So
Yeah, I'm using Wi-Fi too, and if I didn't, I'd be in trouble. But
I don't have the best connection, but it's just like I deal with it. So,
yeah,
but that's on anything I do because I have a really crappy network card in there. So.
yeah. Oh my. So we're
Scotch.
we've got like I think 5. I'm guessing we have about 5 minutes left. Actually, hold on. Let me carry the one. Yeah, about 5 minutes left.
Can we talk about Armor's beard for 5 minutes?
Yeah, it's
I was wondering what kind of weapons you guys are using in the game.
I have 3
Personally, I've
All of them.
modified a laser kind of weapon.
Yeah, I got a what the flying penguins? Okay,
That's impossible.
That's a
modified-
great weapon, man. I love that one.
I got when I was doing one of the Brotherhood of Steel things, like when you first meet them.
Yeah.
I got a rifle or a
Yeah.
laser rifle from one of the synths, and I've modified that, and I've been using it. I
Yeah,
put a
synth rifles are very good, and you get them very early.
yeah.
If you just keep modding
Has
them.
anyone gotten the cryo weapon yet?
I
Oh,
haven't.
no.
I
There
grabbed
was
that.
Oh.
there was a like the glitch where you could use dog meat to get it, but I think they patched it because I'm not able to do it anymore.
Oh,
I got it.
this guy.
I
How
snagged
is
it
that,
as soon as I
Armor?
saw
Yeah,
it.
Armor, tell us
I,
about
ha-
it.
I don't have any ammo for it yet because I haven't been to Diamond City, which is apparently where you get it. But I snagged it immediately. Did they actually patch it?
Yeah, I'm
they
pretty
patched
sure.
it the other day. So like
Because
I said like I'm so happy this is a game that didn't get a first day patch, and then like 5 hours
Immediately.
after I put my episode up, I got a patch. I'm like, you bastards!
Yeah, but I've been using. I got a sniper rifle. If you ever go to Salem, there's a sniper rifle up there. It's pretty
Salem,
good.
Mass? Do
Yeah.
they burn witches there?
Yeah, there's a really cool quest. Well, it's not really cool, but there's a quest. It's kind of scary. This game does horror very well for a game that's not a horror game.
Have you guys seen the alien stuff
But-
yet?
Oh yeah, I haven't started done any of it, but I've seen stuff regarding
I
that.
saw something online about an alien weaponry. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
I saw. I was wandering around and I saw something about that, and I have to go find it somewhere because I don't want to get too into spoilery stuff about it. But yeah, but
I just alluded to it. I mean, like it was alluded to in Vegas.
there was a whole, what was it? What's the word? DLC
The
in
DLC,
Fallout
yeah.
3 about it, and it was a terrible DLC regarding war because it was so out of place and it was just such a pain. But yeah, there was a DLC regarding that. So
I should actually apologize to everybody for vaping in my camera.
yeah,
all the time.
man, so rude.
Well, I'm a smoker. I can't help myself, but I quit smoking
It's better than smoking.
6
Sorry about
weeks
that.
now, and I've been doing this only
Good job,
vaping.
man.
It's not really quitting as much as it's changing your
Changing.
habits.
Well, yeah, I changed the habit from one form to another, but it's like I'm no
Could be
longer
worse.
burning tobacco. I'm just smoking key lime pie with Bavarian cream and nicotine. So it's
September,
delicious.
October, September, October. Cold turkey, 2 months. Wow.
Good job, man.
Dude,
Sure.
how cold are you getting up there yet?
I don't know. I don't go outside.
I am
Oh.
so jealous.
It's not snowing or anything though.
This guy.
You don't get snow until well into December.
I wish we got snow.
Yeah,
It's still
January.
90 fucking degrees here.
We get about a quarter inch of snow and the entire state shuts down. That's fun.
Yeah.
Happened
If
about
we
2
got
years
any
ago.
snow here at all, like the entire state would die.
Florida doesn't do snow.
No, we don't. Well, we do cocaine.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, everything's breaking. Okay, we're back. It glitched
We're
out there
back.
for a second. Everybody froze. I didn't actually pause the podcast, but we're back. What were you talking about?
snow.
Oh yeah.
It snowed here the other day, like all day, and it was really coming down. It was awesome.
I wish we had snow. It just rains. It rained for like a week
I
straight.
don't want snow ever again in my life. I've seen enough of it. The last time I
Right.
lived on the east coast of Canada, I had 20 feet of snow in a month. And I'm like, never again. I don't want to shovel. I don't want to go near
Oh,
it.
this is kind of.
I had to jump out of a second story window to shovel up my driveway because my doors were snowed in. Never again.
Let's relate this back to Fallout 4 really quick. I don't know if they're doing this for all the holidays, but when it was October 31st in the game, people were like, "Happy Halloween, bro," and I was like, "What? What is this?" So I want to play into like the actual holidays and
Hold
see
on.
if there's like, "Oh, Happy New Year, Happy Christmas," if it snows or anything. Because there's weather in the game now. We're gonna end up talking for like another half hour about this game. But I don't care.
You know what? I think like Fallout could be talked about in
We can
podcasts.
talk. We can keep talking about this. We're already at limit, but I don't care. I'm just gonna keep going because I just now thought of like 10 different things we can talk about.
Yay!
But
Good thing I have alcohol.
yeah, but I was really happy with
drink,
the.
kids.
I thought that was pretty cool with the whole Happy Halloween thing. Everybody was all cool about that. I'm wondering if there's gonna do that for more holidays. So
I'm
that
gonna
was
be
like
gone
a
for
plot.
Thanksgiving though. So.
Okay, so who is your favorite companion?
I've had Piper.
I've only played with dog meat so far. So
I've had Piper, and I bring
Okay,
Nick Valentine
so
with me from time to
My
time.
friend has dog, not dog meat.
oh, I ran into a
Dog.
place where there's a dog you can buy from some guy.
No,
I didn't
his
buy
friend's
it
dog
because-
is still dog. Like
Oh,
when you
really?
first get your dog, it's called dog. Then when Mrs. Murphy calls him dog meat, he changes the name
Yeah.
to dog meat.
Did you know you
Did
could
they
put
just-
goggles on dog meat?
Yes.
That is the
Yes.
best thing
I
ever.
put the goggles and the bandana on him. Holy crap, he looks so cute.
It's amazing. I
wish
barely
I
I
had
use
hats
I
on them.
only use dog meat every now and again, but I love just walking through a sanctuary and being like, "He's so cute." Look at the goggles.
So, what are you focusing on for your abilities?
Everything. I usually go with speech, lockpick, and sneak. But since I've kind of maxed those out already, so now I'm just kind of spreading everywhere. that sounded inappropriate. And I'm just kind of putting them everywhere. Trying to get some more into strength because I'm a hoarder in Fallout because I have 50 different guns that do the exact same thing, but I never have enough ammunition.
Did anybody else run into this glitch, or is it just me, where you could not... When I first started, I kept on putting all of my abilities into the top row. Because the bottom one didn't unlock. Because I thought you'd go down one.
Huh.
It never told me that that I could do science, which was like way down below. I would scroll with my wheel in that thing, like when you're in the window where you could actually see everything.
Yeah.
I would scroll down with my wheel. Nothing would happen. I didn't realize you had to bring your mouse down to the bottom of your screen.
Oh my god.
To make it scroll down. The dumbest fucking thing ever. Like, honestly, how come your mouse wheel won't change your screen? Like, have you ever been on a fucking
Game ruined. 0 of 10. Would not play again.
Yeah, well, that was one of the things that would drop it down one thing. But once I figured it out, I'm like, oh, you bastard. But I couldn't do it at first.
I think
I had to actually zoom in. I had to zoom in close, and then I would scroll down. I'm like, you suck, Bethesda. You bastards.
The only thing that's really, really annoyed me so far is every now and again the radio will just quit, and I have to go and sit down. The only way to fix this glitch is just to go and sit and wait for like 9 hours with the radio turned off, and then turn it back on.
I don't care about the radio anyway, because it's the quest regardless. I turned it off anyway.
I just do it because I like background music. The soundtrack is pretty good in Fallout 4, but I just like background music because that's me.
I don't care. I have my own. I play my own playlist in the background, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I hate it all. Like, nobody can DJ better than I can, so it's just
this
me.
guy. Somebody make a DJ Rivet mod. I would listen to that radio station.
Yes.
Reading off all the news.
I love onions.
All the news going off in the background. Look
Oh,
at this
come on.
guy trying to help the Brotherhood of Steel. He sucks. Oh, man. I would love that mod. Somebody make it happen. We have to have a Kit mod so we can just keep killing him.
Did you guys enjoy the song I posted for Kit the other day on the chat?
Oh, God.
Just to preface this, like, Kit actually was posting a whole bunch of Bollywood clips in Skype, and I played.
Skype chats are very...
Yeah, the Skype chat's phenomenal, and everyone has a lot of fun in it.
Some days I wish it was just publicly available for everyone to watch.
I honestly, because it would be so much fun.
We say crazy stuff in those chats.
We're weird,
Yeah,
I love that about us.
Yeah.
And the whole Brewcraft group, everybody has an odd sense of humor.
Mm-hmm. We do.
But we all get each other, which is like such a strange thing. Like, there's 15 of us in the chat,
something like that. It's 15 or 16 people in the group total, and
there's really no antagonism. There is some like rah, rah, every now and again, but for the most
we bicker every now and again, but most of the
but
time
it's all play.
It's all joking, like
Yeah.
how much we all hate Kit on the inside.
Well,
And we plan on overthrowing him and getting him off the server, especially after he messed up my podcast.
Well,
but yeah.
no. I'm sorry, Chris, because when you watch the episodes,
I haven't watched them yet because they released them during Fallout Week, and I'm scared.
No. We just recorded them before we started the podcast.
There are more.
Oh, you have no idea.
Oh, I was thinking you were talking about his new.
You might
his
understand,
Brewcast.
like, when I said, like, there was a certain statement I had that you were like, what?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That is in that episode, and it's the first time in my entire career on YouTube that I have to put that at 18 and older. Just to put this out, if anyone's interested, Kit and I just started a series of drunk gaming with Rivet and Kit.
It all
Where
started
actually-
with UHC.
Oh, yeah. And we were talking about that. And it should be a standing rule that any UHC that we get to play with each other. Or as the same team, not with,
I'm with that. I'm with that.
Arm movement. Oh, no, not...
I'm with that just because I want to actually see you guys kill someone. Because I feel like that would be just the most entertaining episode. Like, just make contact with somebody. You guys didn't even make contact with anyone. Just see someone.
Contact.
Just see someone. I'd love to watch that.
But we had
It's
some
gonna
of
go
the
like
most
this.
watched videos
Just
of
like
the entire
person.
server.
Kit runs in, Rivet runs in, hit each other, kill each other. Person's like,
Kit killed Rivet. Rivet killed Kit. What's going on?
Pi is online.
What?
He is.
He's online. Let's
Oh
bring him
yeah,
in.
isn't he supposed to come back next week? I think from
Pi!
life. Yeah, he
Christmas-
comes back
Christmas
next
podcast
Friday.
again.
Expect Pi. It's gonna be Pi Day.
No, let's implement the podcast now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mr.
no, please,
Mr.
you're gonna break the
Podcast.
setup, and we should probably end soon anyway because we're over by like 10 minutes.
Damn it!
To keep it going more because I love editing. How's everybody feel about the weather features? Those are fancy. There's like radiation storms now.
Gosh, the radiation
Yeah, I saw
storm.
that.
That was terrifying. 'Cause
Not yet.
I didn't. Oh, it's cool because I didn't know.
I saw that at RimWorld.
Because I was just walking around, and all of a sudden the sky got green, and every time
Yeah.
lightning strikes, you get radiation.
I was about to go to a save point, so I was kind of lucky that it hit at
Yeah.
that moment. But I was like, "Oh, geez, the rads! The rads!"
The weather generally doesn't last if you quick travel, but if you're just walking around somewhere and all of a sudden you get a storm, it's cool. But the radiation storms are kind of terrifying.
Yeah, there was one time I was working when I was working at the gas station. One started. I just waited for an hour and it was gone.
Yeah, but yeah, that's something I thought was really cool into the
Yeah.
game. But yeah.
I built a hot tub over top of the radiation pool at the drive-in.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Apparently, there is a way you can remove that radiation.
Really?
Yeah, you have to like there's like something inside. you have
Oh
to
yeah,
scrap.
yeah. I think there's some kind of magical thing that sucks radiation away from some settlements.
The game is phenomenal.
Yeah, the game is
So
great.
the entire podcast is about the phenomenal game called Fallout 4.
Yeah, I didn't even get topics this week.
We didn't.
I totally had a topic, but I knew we were never going to get to it.
Yeah,
What,
it's
wait,
like
wait, what is it? Armor, come on, bring it up.
All right, so a non-Fallout topic this week. Shia LaBeouf, our
Oh.
hero,
our Lord and Savior.
had a live stream where he watched every Shia LaBeouf movie
I heard about
while
that.
the camera was on his face. It was just a shot of his face.
I know what
watching
you're talking
Shia
about
LaBeouf.
now. I know what you're talking about.
And
I
he
remember
invited
this
people to
now.
come watch it with him.
Hashtag all
Yeah.
my movies. Yeah, and there was other people around and stuff. Apparently,
And
he didn't really like Transformers.
I remember that now. Yeah, I saw
Apparently
something
he
about it on
what?
Reddit.
He did
He
not
didn't
like
really
it.
like Transformers. Yeah, he was like sleeping and he left for an hour.
I hope he tried to
somebody
kill
on
himself
Reddit-
during Indiana Jones.
I've never seen it.
Apparently,
It was
somebody
the worst.
somebody on the Reddit actually ordered him pizza during the stream, and it like came on stream.
That's great.
Amazing.
So, anything else we want to talk about? Fallout, other related?
Fallout 4.
Buy
it
Fallout
now.
4 if you haven't bought it already.
Yeah.
We'd
Let's
love
go
it.
play
I'm
it.
gonna go do it right after this.
Let's go play Fallout.
Yeah, let's all go. Let's all go. We should have done this
Uh,
in Fallout.
You know what we should do?
What should we do, Rivet?
We should make a mod so we could actually
Oh.
play Fallout 4 together.
We do. We need to do a
Or you know what we should
podcast
do?
Let's play.
The next podcast, we should all go play Fallout 4 the exact same mission
Oh.
and do the exact same thing while we're chatting with each
Oh
other.
man.
You guys are
that
going to be
would-
like 50 hours ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm pretty. By next week, I'll probably be like 100 hours in, and regretting all my life.
You don't have a life, Chris.
Oh,
Don't
my
forget
lack
to
of-
eat. Don't forget to eat.
Eat. Oh
You
yeah.
realize-
Food.
I've lost 10 pounds
I don't want
already.
the radiation. I'm not going to eat.
Fallout 4 is the best diet pill.
At what point do you guys take rad away? When you're like full up on rads or like
If
half
it's
full?
like a quarter of the way through, I'll usually chug it because most of the time I wait till I can hear the heartbeat and then I take a stim pack. So
Oh, okay.
I don't really fill up my health all the way unless I'm fighting a boss.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been wondering because
Oh,
I'm relatively new to the whole Fallout thing, so I'm like, I don't know.
Well, it's different now than it was in older Fallout games because
Oh, really?
before it just kind of like I don't remember exactly what it did because it really wasn't a big deal.
It wasn't a big deal because the radiation wasn't an issue until
yeah,
this game.
in this game now it blocks off chunks of
It
your
stays
health.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but before it was
Right.
just like I honestly don't know what it did. I've logged probably 300 hours in the other Fallout games. I cannot tell
Nothing.
you what what radiation did to you. Now it's an issue because it tears down your health.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually lose like the chunk of your health.
Yeah.
Right.
And it sucks. You can heal back up, but right to the bottom level wherever
Yeah.
the radiation lets you at.
So it's you kind of it helps you pay more attention, especially because I find myself eating a lot more food in this game because the regen mechanics work a lot better. So I really
Yeah.
pay attention to radiation. And all
You
that
cook a
stuff.
lot of food in this game.
Yeah. That's something that I've noticed. I never stim packs or nothing else for the other games. In this game,
As a
it's like,
chef, I love this game.
I'm just walking around like, ooh, corn. There's your
I
quote
can
from the
make
podcast.
squirrel meat. Yes, I'm happy.
Am I the only
I've got
one?
a lizard kebab.
Am I the only one who just like shoots the birds in the game to watch them explode?
I've done that.
It's great. I don't know why
I
it's so
like-
satisfying. I'll just see two on a rail, and it's like shotgun time.
Actually, the first time I walked into whatever that town is by the assembly plant, I shot a bird and then like 5 ghouls came out of nowhere. I was like, oh, bad idea.
What did I do to deserve this? Oh, the ghouls are great.
I love when you actually shoot by accident one of your cohorts and they hate you all of a sudden. I'm like, it was an accident.
Oh my god,
I don't
that
care.
reminds me.
I
I was
just
in
talked into your microphone.
I was in a town. I was in a bar, and I was gonna talk to somebody, but my mouse is a little bit over them, and I grabbed a cup, and everyone in the bar just started shooting.
Okay,
It was just
breaks for bar.
it went for, what?
Cheers is in the game.
Oh,
Bar from Cheers.
oh
Yeah, that's true.
man.
And Norm and Cliff are like corpses and
Zombies.
skeletons hanging off the end of the bar,
Man, that's awesome.
as well as Edgar Allan Poe, The Cask of Amontillado.
That's a sweet Easter egg.
There's a lot.
There's
I've
some
seen a lot of
amazing
cool
Easter eggs in the
there.
game. So
The game's just great. If you can't tell by now, we all
the
enjoy
level
this game.
of detail is exceptional.
Yeah, I think detail has been a very big thing for Bethesda games in the past. This game does a very like even for Bethesda, it does a great job.
I'm 9 hours in and I don't even feel like I've touched like anything in the game.
Oh yeah, trust me. I'm
and
30
usually
hours.
I feel
in.
like I'm done the game.
I'm
but
30 hours in, and I'm still like, oh man, I have a quest log that's off. I have to scroll to see my whole quest log. And
Yeah.
I'm 30 hours in.
honestly, how many times
Like,
have you played
I was-
a game? Go ahead, say
I was in Diamond City for like 5 minutes, and then suddenly I had 10 more quests.
Yeah, there's a lot of quests in there, and they're really cool too.
I've heard that. That's why I've not gone there yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole new R
But,
thing is
Like
really
honestly,
fun.
how many times have you played a game where this far into it you're like, okay, I'm done. Is this going to be ending soon?
Yeah, that's the way I was. I
And-
recently played Knights of the Old Republic, and I really love that game. But still, even I was climbing in, I was like 20 hours. I'm like, is this game gonna end anytime soon? Like,
Yeah.
And then with Fallout, I'm like, hey, let's keep playing. This is great. I want to go do more stuff. Let's go.
Honestly, I think this is like a 100+ hour game.
Oh yeah, I think
yeah.
I think that's
And
what they
like
said.
I played
was-
Witcher 3, which is a long game, and this has engrossed me a lot easier and quicker
Yeah.
than that ever did.
Yeah,
Like, I
it's-
stopped in Witcher 3.
yeah,
Like,
it's,
I got to a point I'm like, nope, fuck you, I'm done.
yeah.
I
It does
play
a
this
very
game
good job of drawing you in and keeping you drawn in.
Yeah,
Because most of
entirely.
the time, if I play a game for like 9 hours straight, I'm gonna be like, I have other things to do. I'm gonna go look at Reddit or watch YouTube for a while. And this game, it's like, I'm just gonna go take a pee break, and I'll be right back.
And you know what else has really sucked is like I want to do this on my channel. I'm like I just want to play the game. I don't
Yeah,
want
that's the only reason I haven't done anything with it regarding my channel. Is just like I
Yeah.
want to play this game. I don't want to be held back by having to record. Or
I have
stream it.
episodes up until Wednesday already recorded. And I'm like, I'm already well past that. Like, I took a break. I'm like, you know what? I can't do any more of this. I can't record myself playing the game.
Yeah,
I took a break and I played like another 4 hours of me just goofing off. I just played the game for myself, and I'm like, okay, I'm bookmarking where I want to go back and play for my channel.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I don't really feel like going back for you guys because like this is my game.
Yeah, because I mean, it's great and the story is great. I still find myself pacing myself on the main story because I don't want to get through too quickly.
Yeah.
I mean that's the same thing with any game, but at the same time, even the side quests are great.
But did you know the difference between the side quest and the real game? Because there's a lot of times I felt like I was actually playing the real game.
I like the
And it was a side quest. I'm like,
even though it doesn't have a formal faction system like New Vegas did, I think the faction quests are very good. Like the Minutemen, you get the Brotherhood, you get a couple other factions you learn about later on.
the
in game.
Minutemen came out at the beginning.
Yeah, the Minutemen.
And I thought that was part of the main storyline until I realized, oh my god, this is just a bunch of side quests.
Yeah, I didn't realize
Yeah.
that until I was like halfway through. I was like, when do I start going after my child? And it's like, oh wait, there's a separate quest for this. I kind of.
And I'm
sort of-
actually happy that I chose to be a woman going after my child because of the fact that I'm going after my child as a woman.
Yeah, I feel like as a man, I'm like, yeah, this is really cool. I need to go get my son. But oh, look, a thing.
You know what? I wouldn't go through any of this side quest bullshit if my son was actually involved.
Yeah, that's something I kind of thought was like, yeah. I mean, get your son back. But if I was playing
I
through,
think that aspect was put forth wrong.
yeah, I think it's kind of a generic storyline. From what a friend of mine beat the game today, and he said when you get later on in the game, it gets really, really good. Like I can't spoil it because I don't know what's going to happen. because I'm not there yet. But from what I hear, it gets, when you get deeper in, it gets really, really good.
Okay, now just from just nothing more than just watching the intro when you're playing the game to begin with. You're in your cryo unit, whatever it is. You wake up for a moment and you watch your husband or wife with your child get killed, and your child gets taken away.
Yeah.
You go back into cryo unit again, and then you wake up again, and then the game starts. What's the timeline between when that memory of the death happened to when your child is now?
Actually gets explained.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but yeah, it gets
my
explained.
thought is that it's not an immediate thing.
Yeah,
You didn't
that
have
was the
exact
first
same
thing I
timeline.
thought, was like, this
Yeah,
has been
I kind of have a
several
feeling
years.
that like my child's gonna be my age almost.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm hoping that my
soon as
child's gonna be one of my antagonists.
Yeah, as soon as I
Like-
came into the game, and he's like, my child, he's just a baby, he's just a couple months old, and I'm like, no, it's like, yeah, my character would think this, but realistically, I know it's been several years.
Well,
and
even
now,
like when you meet your robot helper, it's been over 200 years. He
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
give you the exact timeline. It's been over 200 years.
yeah, and I mean, you
Who's to
can,
say that your child's not already dead because of
yeah,
old
that was
age?
kind of the first thing I thought.
Exactly.
Is like, maybe this is gonna go off on.
Well,
like,
I figure my son or what freaked me out was Sean. Okay, yeah, I have no issues. Like my name is really Sean.
ooh, you're going after
Oh!
yourself.
Yeah, and then there's this weird old lady, Mrs. Murphy. She could be my mother because my name is actually Sean Murphy, and I'm like, the entire game is geared around me. I'm like, oh Christ, here we go.
Rivet's
it
gonna
was
turn
like-
around and he's just gonna be staring at himself.
But
and
then I'm like, okay, I'm in Boston, so yeah, everybody's name's Sean Murphy. Oh Christ.
yeah, but the story, the main story, I'm really enjoying it. It's a really good story, but I'm also enjoying a lot of the side stories, and a lot of the side stories are really well done. And a lot of and I think that has a lot to do with the fact that they hired more than 10 voice actors.
Yeah.
Because it's not just talking to same guy number 47. It's talking to Sean Murphy, whoever you want to talk to. You're talking to someone. Like there's well, I don't want to get, that's a little bit spoilery, but I mean, especially looking at Diamond City, there's a lot of unique characters there.
Not like every Skyrim guard is the same
Yeah,
exact character.
Yeah,
exactly.
That
But
was,
this has a lot of Skyrim feel to it, though.
it's and on top of the fact it's actually based on the Skyrim engine.
Like I'm harvesting things. I'm walking in the woods and I'm harvesting things. Like
Yeah.
It
I've never
takes,
done
I
this
think,
in
the way
Fallout.
I see it, it takes all the best mechanics from Skyrim and puts them into Fallout. And that's what I like about it. I like the leveling
Makes me
system.
never want to play Ever Scrolls Online ever again.
I like the leveling system. I like the graphics. I like everything about the game.
Has anybody done any melee yet?
When I run out of ammo. I really like the fact that you can hit things with your gun now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's something
What
I've
button is
always-
that?
It's
They told me and I
It's
forgot.
Alt, and it's a terrible button because it's right next to
Nice.
space, and you end up doing like a flying kick punch.
It's
I
the
feel
same
like.
button as the grenades too.
Yeah, and I do that so much. That game is Cook Yourself Simulator 2015 when I get a Molotov because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna punch. Oh God, everything's on fire. And it's,
But you have to hold it to throw the.
well, yeah, but it's not. If you're in a combat situation,
on!
if you're freaking out and you hold that not down, not thinking, you're gonna burn yourself to the ground. It's terrible. I've done it. It's even worse with cryo grenades. Ooh, I just hit my mic. I'm doing stupid
I
stuff.
just got a message from Kit. He's still alive. Oh my God.
Oh God! But yeah, cryo grenades. I did that accidentally with a cryo grenade, and everything was frozen, and you can just hear my companion in the distance going pop, pop, just shooting everything while we're all frozen there. It was great.
Crazy.
There's some crazy things that happen.
Yeah,
in the game.
there are.
It's fun.
It's
but
got
it
that.
actually all works.
It's got that very good water cooler quality where you can talk about your unique experience with the game as you progress through it, because everybody's gonna have a different experience. Everybody's gonna progress at their own rate. As opposed to, and that's very different from the other Fallout games too, because those games are very linear regarding what you do. Like in New Vegas, it's go to New Vegas, find Benny. In Fallout 3, it's go to wherever you go to in Fallout 3 and find your father. Benny. Yeah, go find Benny. In Fallout 4,
Benny and the Jets.
in Fallout 4, there's a lot of stuff you have to do before you find Benny. So,
Sean.
Well, he's Benny now. I'm renaming him. He's my child.
Benny Sean.
Benny Sean. That's his middle
Benny
name.
Haha.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not as directly linear. I mean, if you want it to be, it can be, but there's a lot of side stuff and screwing around.
I want to play. The next time I play it through, I just want to do the absolute quest, like the whole storyline. No side quests, no
Yeah.
bullshit. See how long it takes me to get through it.
Yeah, it probably. I honestly,
This game just wants me. I want to do all the side quests because
think-
it's so much fun to do
I
them all.
think doing a straight playthrough wouldn't take that long because the main quest, I think it'd probably only be about 7 hours, maybe at the most, if you don't stop to get like find your
Without
good
God
weapons and
mode?
stuff.
Like,
Well,
there's no way to do it without God mode.
yeah, if you're doing it straight through with God mode, then yeah, it's not gonna take that long. But I think it's gonna be. I think it wouldn't be that long, which is why I'm screwing around with the side quests first.
They're just so much.
That and the fact that the side quests are fantastic.
Oh,
How far has everybody gotten the Minutemen thing?
I
just
did their first quest.
It gets pretty
Like
good.
after
There's some
I-
pretty
after
cool
I
stuff
joined.
that happens with them.
I've done the castle.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That's
That was kind of terrifying.
I'm
Not to
waiting
get
what
too
I alluded to
spoilery,
was the fact that
But
after the castle,
doing the
thing,
castle was just like this is something I should probably have been informed about because this is
Yep.
terrifying, and I
that's
was
what I wanted the whole thing.
I
You should
was
be level
not
expert
expecting
getting into
that.
this.
I was not expecting what happened there to happen at all.
Don't spoil it
Happy,
for me.
No
happy,
spoilers.
happy. Oh my fuck!
Yeah, pretty much because
that
it's like,
is,
oh,
yeah.
this is annoying. This is, whoops. Okay, bye guys. I'm gonna go find another
I wanted to
civilization
pull
to
a
help.
King Arthur and go, run away!
Yeah, that's
run away!
Pretty much that. Basically, that mission becomes running in circles by the end. Of it.
Okay, Preston pissed me off. He stole my gun. I went to go in. I saw the gun I wanted. And I went to go grab it. He grabbed it, and he never fucking used it.
That's something I never really thought about, the companions being able to take weapons and stuff, because I was sitting there.
He's not even my companion. He's he's an NPC at that point.
Yeah, but I was doing something with Piper, and Piper normally has a 10mm pistol. And I was fighting some enemies, I was sniping, and then all of a sudden she just pulls out a flamethrower and runs in, just full steam. It was the strangest thing. I was like, where'd you get that from? You had a pistol 10 minutes ago.
What are you taking?
Well,
lady?
it was like we were 100 feet away from everything. I'm sniping. There's not an enemy in sight. She just pulls a random flamethrower out and charges in. It was just
this
like,
is gonna be like a 2-hour episode of us talking about.
yeah, we are an hour and 25 minutes in. And we're still going.
This is
This
amazing.
is just like, this is an analogy.
But you know what? This is how good this game
This
is.
is an analogy for Fallout 4. Every time you think it's going to end, it keeps going. And then you don't have a problem with it because
As
it's
much
great.
as you hate aspects of it, the level of love for it is exponentially
Oh,
more.
it is great. And there have been some very critical reviews of that game. And I think it might just be people who have no idea anything about Fallout going into it.
Or
It's-
no,
it
about
is-
game.
If you're comparing it to older Fallout games, it's not just a step, it's like a whole elevator above
Yeah.
the
No,
older
it's
games.
a generation above.
Yeah,
And
it
I
is.
have, I've, like I said, I've only played the first couple hours of 3 and like the first 5 minutes of New Vegas.
Yeah, I loved both of those games. I loved them. Fallout 4 is way better.
Okay, I'm going to admit something.
Oh.
I forced myself through all the other Fallout games. I loved what they were doing. I hated the mechanics of the game.
Yeah. I think
Every single game.
I
Fallout
would-
1, 2, tactics, everything. I loved the mythology, everything that was happening in the game. The story was amazing that I forced myself into enjoying the game for what it was. I did not like how the game actually played.
I
this
feel like
time,
if they
this
went
time
through-
is the only one that actually worked. That actually the game played for me.
Yeah, I think if they went through, even just for 3, I know this would be harder for the original games, but just for like 3 in New Vegas, if they went through and redid them in the style of 4, just kept all the original stuff, but just added the new engine, the new mechanics and all that, they'd be a lot more enjoyable.
Oh yeah, entirely.
Because Fallout 4 really nailed the mechanics. And they did a very good job
Mechanics
with it.
are amazing.
Yeah.
But it's actually the first time I've actually played a video game where I was immersed in it entirely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where I put on my headphones and I got into the game, and where I actually felt like I was actually a character playing within the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, I mean, I joke about, all I'm doing is playing Fallout 4, but that's literally all I was doing. 5 minutes before we started, I was playing Fallout 4. I had to find a good place to stop doing whatever it was I was doing.
I had to work 12 hours yesterday, and I hated every fucking second of my life because I wasn't playing Fallout 4.
Yeah, that's pretty much like
It sucked.
That's pretty much all my classes have become.
All my friends are playing Fallout, talking about how much they're having fun playing Fallout, doing 15-hour sessions. I'm like, how often do you hear people like post about the fact they're playing 10, 15, 20 hours of a game
yeah.
ever?
It's and
not
it's
completing it, but just playing the game and enjoying themselves.
Yeah, I really, really am enjoying Fallout 4. I really look forward to playing more of it. And I know I'm going to play another 30 hours into it because there's so much stuff to do. And it's very good. It's very well made. It's very immersive. It's the best Bethesda launch they've had.
Yeah, and I hope that they actually get to make more games like this.
Yeah, I do. I look forward. I imagine the next game will probably be Elder Scrolls game, which I'm looking forward to if they're going to do it like this. If they're going to keep this up. Because I love Elder Scrolls.
A Skyrim-ish kind of game like this, oh my god.
I kind of hope
because Skyrim was great, but it was just not as immersive as this. Oh,
definitely.
The drunk aspect is coming out. Thank you.
I haven't really... I've like I said, I've only beaten Alduin once, and I haven't really done much of the side quests. But like I was talking to my girlfriend's sister about it because she's played. She has like 7 or 8 different playthroughs. She's played all the way through, and she was like talking about lore and stuff. And something she wants to see is like the whole, you know how like one of the moons is supposed to be on a collision course towards the planet.
Yeah,
that would be really cool if they did something like that.
Wasn't that the whole plot of a Zelda game?
Yeah.
I think I remember this.
Just remake Majora's Mask.
Yeah, wasn't this Majora's Mask? We're gonna have
in
to
Skyrim.
Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, but I agree with you. I really enjoyed Skyrim. I played through Skyrim a lot. It's the most played game on my Steam's list. It's got the most hours in it, on top of what I played on console. And I really enjoy it. I still think Fallout 4 is better. I think it's the best big game Bethesda's ever made, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
And with that, I mean,
I won't argue that. No, I won't argue that at all.
Yeah, I really look forward to seeing where it goes, the DLC. I'm really, as soon as I get the money for them, I'm going to buy the season pass.
Yeah, getting it as soon as I can.
And I'm looking forward to seeing, because most of the time with the DLC, they take you out of the general area where you're in, like Boston, and I'm really hoping they do a very good open world experience of that, because I really like the DLC in New Vegas.
I want to go to Irvine, California.
Yeah, so I'll go to Irvine.
I want to go to Utopia. I want to actually take a vacation inside Fallout.
Cool.
That'd be great.
Maybe that's gonna be Fallout 5.
Oh, it'd be great.
I don't know whether they're gonna make the next Fallout game, because
I don't care. They can just make them.
Yeah, just keep making them. They're great.
I'm good with that.
But yeah, I'm mad that they don't have a holster for the weapons to keep dragging this out. This is gonna take like 6 hours to render, so I'm just gonna leave it on overnight. But yeah, they don't have holsters for weapons. You just keep them somewhere.
Really?
Yeah, if you go out to third person and holster your weapon. Before, you'd have it on your back or you'd have a holster on your hip. Now it's just right up the butt.
I love just stuffing a minigun into my pocket.
Oh, yeah. It's just like GTA. Just excuse me while I pull out 5 rocket launchers out of my pants.
My friend went to the armory, like the cheat for the armory, and grabbed like this massive, amazing armor, and then came back into the game, and then realized it was gimped because if you don't modify it, it sucks still.
Yeah.
He went up against like a super mutant and just got.
You have to modify everything, and it's fun. It's very fun to do the modifications. It's not something I dread doing. I like traipsing around and trying to find stuff to modify, especially with the power armor I talked about earlier. I think it balances a lot better and doesn't just make it, oh, I have to go get power armor now, which is usually
I actually have to like unlock the ability to do that.
Yeah, they give it to you very early on. It's got a lot of restrictions, but at the same time, those restrictions make it better. You're not just...
Yeah, mine's still sitting without a battery in an empty warehouse.
Yeah, I don't use power armor as much as I used to.
No,
just because I like the whole aspect of
because it's not as important anymore.
Yeah, because now I found this really cool suit. Like I have the Minutemen. I'm actually wearing the Minutemen General armor right now, and it's really cool. But yeah, compared to other stuff. Like
but I tell you though, a screenshot of the power armor, it looks good.
Yeah, the armor looks great.
Oh yeah,
it looks really cool, and all the mods and stuff you can do to it, it's crazy.
Oh, screenshots
of
in this game are great.
I love the
HUD's
HUD and the
great.
armor.
Very
and the
minimalistic.
power
I
armor.
like it.
Yeah, it's like playing Mech Warrior too.
Oh yeah, I like that they changed that. It's not just the green bars you have.
Yep.
It's like you're actually in the helmet.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And like some of the abilities you put into it, like the stealth boy.
Oh my god. I like the way they do the new stealth boy. Actually, I just used the stealth boy right before I came on for the first time. It's a lot shorter than it used to be, and I didn't realize this, so I just went walking through a bunch of super mutants, like, oh, this is gonna be. Hey guys.
Dead. Hello.
Time to go back to the quick save. So I'd have to walk through putting a new one on every couple seconds. But I think I like that it kind of does that now, because it was a little OP before when you'd have it for like 5 minutes. And it's just like, okay, I'm gonna run through this building and back.
It makes you want to use it when you need to.
Yeah, I was wondering why I had like 12 and they gave them to you so much, and I was like, I don't know, maybe they're just really easy to get. And then I realized they only last 30 seconds. So.
And who would have ever thought that a microscope would have been so important in the game?
The fact that you can actually have a reason to grab all the random junk makes me a hoarder.
How
even more.
often do you like have you guys made like your base at Sanctuary or something?
Yeah,
and you just
I built,
all your junk is there.
I went through every civilization I could, tore down all the houses, and just built this massive fortress.
Can you move? Can you move settlers from base or from settlements?
I don't think you can.
Haven't touched settlers yet. No.
I've
You
worked.
got to be called by the radio. I think.
I've been working really hard to attract people to. I've got like 10 different settlements, but I've been trying to get everybody to Sanctuary because that's where everyone will live in my glorious utopia.
And does everyone's utopia looks like shit?
Oh, it looks terrible, but it's my
like
utopia.
the worst ramshackle shack ever. Like
I will rule over
the
them.
Taj Mahal of garbage. It's like I've like a 5-story palace of crap.
I'm building right now. I'm trying to build just this massive tower that's bigger than anything else. It looks terrible, but it's so beautiful to think this is not how physics works at all.
Now,
The slightest gust of wind.
The first bit of building I did was because I was in Sanctuary and I realized I had a quest to give Mrs. Murphy some jet, even though she shouldn't be taking drugs. But I was like, I'm going to give it to her. So I'm looking around.
Jet.
I'm looking around and I see the marker on my map, and I'm looking around and I can't find her anywhere in the house. And I look up and she's somehow glitched on top of the house. I'm like, I couldn't get to her, I couldn't talk to her or anything. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'm doing this. And I built some
really good,
stairs
man.
up, and I built a little platform. And I get up there, I'm like, get down.
Imagine
So I just-
armor dressed in like firefighter uniforms, like come here. It
was hilarious. I should have made an episode out of that because it was just too good. But,
Oh man,
That's one of the reasons why I love Bethesda games. Like even the glitches are awesome.
Everyone's
great.
complaining about all the glitches, but they're some of the most fun I've had. Just like you'll kill somebody and all of a sudden they just levitate
I went
into
to the
space.
settlement, and like one of the guys walked towards me and walked over the top of the head of another guy. And it was my screenshot. I'm like, why is this happening?
It's kind
And
of
it was-
great
well,
whenever someone.
But it was nonplussed. It was like, doesn't matter, it just happened.
I was watching I was talking to somebody, and then somebody walked into me, and then they just kept walking. So I was getting farther and farther away until I was on the other side of the room, and we're just having a normal conversation while this person is walking into me.
Yep.
It's just the stuff that happens in that game is just like, I don't know why I'm enjoying this, but it's great.
I also had this weird moment when everybody gets down right into the vault right at the very beginning, and all your neighbors and stuff are walking up. And there was this lady. I kind of thought it was maybe part of the game for a second, but then I realized it was probably a glitch. But the back of her dress was like tucked into her underwear. That's what it looked like. But, like it was just like
I was really
bare
busy
back
when the
legs and
bombs
underwear, and I was like, "Is this supposed to be happening right now? Did she like rush out of the house really fast to get into the vault?"
Imagine you're gonna start going through the houses 200 years.
What
and
happened
find
with
a
me
sex
was like
dungeon.
I went into the power armor, and I went to get out of it, and I realized it was in my underwear. And I'm late. I'm like, oh no! And I can see the crack of my ass at the top of my underwear. I'm like, oh, this is so embarrassing. And I'm
Everyone's
like, wait,
just like the
this is not
savior of
really me.
Wasteland. Oh,
Like,
man.
so I had to actually I paused the game, put on my leathers, and then I started up again. I'm like, oh, I just don't want people to see me in my underwear. It's like, what? How do I get modesty in the video game?
Honestly, I was a little disappointed people weren't complaining when I walked around in my underwear. Well, that's the thing that they used to do in like the older games, like Bethesda games. They'd be like, "You should put on some clothes," and I'm just walking around Diamond City in my underwear, and everyone's like, "How you doing? You want a
Hey, I like
haircut?" I'm like, "Yeah."
I guess in the wastelands, clothes might be a little bit difficult to come by,
Well, I mean, if
So I
you,
guess maybe it's a little bit normal.
I mean, those underwear must be pretty big with all the stuff I keep in them, because I keep like a lot of weapons in my pants, and a
That's
lot
what
of
they
armor.
tell you.
For our podcast,
This might be the first 2 hour. Because every time I think we're going to end, we start talking again. And I want to keep talking because it's entertaining.
but that's how this game is, man.
Yeah.
It's like you think you're done, and you go, oh, I'll get another hour.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
1
5
more
hours
hour,
later,
1 more
you're
hour,
done.
1 more hour.
Don't you guys want to go play Fallout? Or
We do, but we're going to talk about it. Cause these are the only people
No,
I talk to who play video
Screw
games.
you guys, I'm going to Fallout.
Yeah, you got to talk about it.
I'm about to do that.
It's just because they're playing Fallout in the
I'm
background.
surprised you have an armor. It's like I'm
Yeah.
watching you pay attention to your screen.
You're
I'm
just
like,
like, mhm.
Well, my computer is, it needs to be babied. I gotta turn off Skype first, and then I can play. Because if I get a message, it'll crash the whole game.
Yeah,
Oh,
I like the biggest glitch I've been having is apparently if you tab out during load screens, it'll have like a quarter of the load screen still there, and you have to restart the game.
I actually had to restart my entire Windows after going to one mission twice. I had to walk there instead of fast travel.
The game is so glitchy, but it's still so great.
I don't mind the glitches.
Yeah,
They're-
like I said earlier, like 2 hours ago, just because we complain about the glitches doesn't mean it's not a great game, because it's still game of the year for me.
Honestly, there's nobody who's going to listen to this and think we don't love the game.
Yeah, I mean, there's some.
We
Nobody's
wouldn't
gonna
talk about
listen
it for
to
2
this.
hours.
Yeah, no one's gonna listen to
Yeah.
this.
Who's going to podcast about a game for 2 hours?
go
and
play
not say,
Fallout.
oh, I really think they hated it. That was garbage game.
That
No,
was
it's
terrible.
game of the year never.
Yeah, but everyone.
That's like Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah, I think
Crap.
yeah, the reviews of it are crazy because I think it's only setting at like 78% on Steam right now.
Which is garbage.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
hold
how
on, I'm
many
gonna check it
fucking haters
live.
are there in the planet that actually want to just ditch this game?
I don't know why it's not okay.
What game are they actually playing?
I don't know. I think, like I said earlier, I think it's just people who've never played into
But
Fallout
you know what?
before.
I feel the same way about Mad Max. Like Armor, you and I both love Mad Max.
Mostly positive. It is at 78% positive user reviews right now, which is compared to Skyrim. I think Skyrim's at like 90, and I'd say this is better.
But why?
Like the other
What
22% can't run the game probably, and they're
They're
pissed
probably
about
just
it.
haters.
Yeah.
But haters, they're always everywhere. I don't care about them.
Yeah, people. I'm just a lot of stuff. People. Mostly, it's just super PC people complaining that it's not the latest graphics in The Witcher. Play The Witcher. The Witcher is the best thing in the world. It's the savior for PC gaming.
You know what? I don't give a fuck if your hair moves.
It's got the best graphics, and the one quest in The Witcher is better than all of Fallout 4 because The Witcher is so great. I'm gonna go fap to Geralt. That's how I imagine everybody
And apparently
is.
Geralt's now in this anyway because somebody
Yeah,
has,
somebody make Geralt.
So,
I like
yeah.
The Witcher. I don't get me wrong. I like The Witcher. I make fun of The Witcher. I still like Fallout more. I still like Fallout 4 more.
No.
So yeah, no, but you can't say The Witcher's bad because it was made on a small budget. Screw you. Fallout's good.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with The Witcher.
Yeah, The
but
Witcher's
it's
great. Don't get me
unbalanced.
wrong. Like I said, The Witcher is a great game.
It's not a balanced game though.
Not as good as Fallout. Fallout 4 is still.
The balance was crap in comparison, and the patching screwed it up.
I still haven't played The Witcher.
I
4,
actually was
but-
playing the game, doing a playthrough, and all of a sudden everything that I did meant nothing because one of the patches that I implemented that was from the game reset everything, and nothing I did ever gave me any of my benefits, and I couldn't see them happening because I did it, and I'm like, okay, I got this ability, and then it never showed up in the game because it was unbalanced.
Yeah.
And I stopped playing it, and I will never go back to it. Witcher 3 will never be finished with me because of that whole fucking fiasco.
And I don't know. It's weird. I like I said. I mean, most of the negative reviews I've seen are people complaining about glitches, people complaining about how the world isn't great enough, and how the graphics are not as good as it should be. And it's like, when it comes down to it, it's a great improvement on the graphically. It's a great improvement. B,
It looked better than I expected.
I haven't experienced any game-breaking glitches. I've had a few glitches where it's like, yeah, it's really annoying, like the radio thing, 'cause I like listening to the radio. But other than that, it's like, it's nothing it's going to take. Everyone's like, the immersion-breaking bugs. And I'm like, I played 30 hours in, and this is the most immersed I've ever been in a video game. And people...
For me as a YouTuber, I have to say this one is that I can actually have the sounds and the music playing in the background, and it does not get a copyright flag.
I've actually heard people getting copyright flags for
I
the
got a copyright
actual
flag.
music on the radio, not.
I turned off the radio.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Actually, gameplay music.
yeah, the gameplay
didn't get it.
music, the gameplay music. I don't
And
think
I
so, but-
appreciate Bethesda for that.
Yeah, I think gameplay music's really good too. I like the
It's
soundtrack
amazing.
for it.
It's great.
I've been
I
listening to the soundtrack when I haven't been playing.
Like
But-
the first few videos I didn't have anything playing, and then I saw people were actually like not getting flags for it. I'm like,
Yeah.
cool, I can do this. And then I've gotten no flags. Like
Yeah.
my fourth episode, nothing, no problems at all.
Even the intro music is really
I
good.
got a
in my
ton of
opinion.
flags on my first live stream, like the first 2 hours. It was probably like the cutscene or something.
Might
but
have
I don't know.
been. I don't know.
Potentially, yeah.
But even the main menu music I like. But yeah, the soundtrack for it's very good. I think they did very good.
I want to
It's
learn
amazing.
how to play the main menu music on the piano.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just
that's really
it's
amazing.
a really great piece. And
Kid needs to play that in ukulele.
yes.
Kid needs to play Fallout 4.
Kid needs to be on this podcast.
Yeah, but he didn't
For
play
more than
Fallout
5
4.
minutes.
He would be gone.
He's back in the chat. I don't know where
yeah,
he
he's
is.
already gone. But man, I
He
think we're
sucks.
almost 2 hours in.
Yeah. Shall we call it?
I think it's time to call. I think we complained about. I was like, please.
Like
I need to go
I've
do
gone from
things.
drunk to almost sober, and that's not
Well,
good. I'm
yeah,
still
I was
drinking.
not expecting this to go this long, and I started trying to cut it off around an hour, but at this point, we've talked about everything there is to talk about in the game. The game is great. Buy the game today.
Phenomenal.
Don't listen to the reviews. It's a great game. Listen to us. We're all the review you need. Listen, you.
When I'm an
you-
old man playing video games that loves this.
Yeah. Look at
I
this
started
crap.
playing video games with Pong.
Yeah,
So if
look
you
at
think this is crap, you are an idiot.
How
A
would you
fucking
rate?
idiot.
How would you rate
you
the
think this-
story in this compared to Pong?
Like I don't know, 474 billion to 1.
If you think this game is bad because of the graphics, I'm gonna tell you about Ocarina of Time.
I don't know why people complain about graphics in games, because yeah, it's nice to have graphics, but at the end of the day, it's something I notice for the first 5 minutes while I'm playing, and unless it bugs out frequently, I'm not going to notice it again.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I stopped listening to people when they complain that Quake had no fucking storyline. I'm like, really? It's a first-person shooter about running around shooting people.
Yeah.
You want a fucking storyline? You know what? Eat a bag of dicks. Done. Don't
Jeez,
care.
Rivet,
Oh no, this is a tie-in, and just for Chris.
man. Just like all 2 hours, just been burger.
Man, that was a spot-on Rivet impression.
Yeah, I know, right?
That was perfect.
You've
oh
been
god, ow.
just sitting there, just biding your time for that one. It's great.
It just wiggles around.
I love armor.
You missed
This
the
is
part where
great.
he blows smoke into the camera. Like that. Man, but yeah, we need to end this now because
Bye.
we need to go play Fallout 4.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do when this is done. So, everybody, thanks for watching. If you stuck around this long, you are a trooper.
I love you all.
I don't know what you're doing with your life that you need to watch like an hour and 50 minutes of us
If
talking
you-
about
if you
one
made it-
game.
If you made it this far, I have one question for you. Why aren't you playing Fallout 4 instead?
Yeah, go play it. Go play it. I
Yeah.
think I might do a review of it. I don't know. Like a fancy review with overlays and
You know what?
text.
They're probably just waiting for the download to happen.
Yeah, everybody's downloading it right now. These are all the people with terrible internet downloading it.
54K.
Yeah. Downloading it on dial-up. Somebody had to make a phone call, and now it's done. But yeah, so thanks for watching. And we need to end this 'cause I need to play Fallout. And I actually have to pee. I was going to go pee like an hour ago, and I regret not doing it.
I did.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I was like, oh, wow, we're only going to go for like 30 more minutes. I'll be fine. And here we are an hour and a half later. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.
Later, everybody.
Bye.